Hurts, slant, Brown, lunge, touchdown Philadelphia. A.J. Brown snatched it out of the air for the score. Check swing, well hit ball, and there it goes. Number 300 for Ken Griffey Jr. One of the youngest ever in the major leagues to reach the 300 home run plateau.
Bothered by Lou. Iverson. How about that? Steps over Teron Lou. 7 straight points by Iverson.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Louis Sports Network. We're doing some NBA basketball tonight. The last 2 days, we've been doing regular streams. Try to get some guests on, but apparently, something to the world. I did have Chi-Town King when I broke the news on Sunday that Kyrie Irving was going to be ended up being a Dallas Maverick. But so far, shout out to Ryan in the building. We already got it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got the New York Knicks against the Orlando Magic coming in at the Amway Center here in Orlando, Florida, on the channel. But I'm not the only one here. We got the notorious G-Money Hoops. G-Money in the building. What is good, G-Money? How are you? And are you ready to do some Knicks and Magic content tonight?
Stand up. Yes, I am. It's going to be a barn burner at the Magic Kingdom. Salute, Lou. Please, everyone, smash those likes for my man, Lou. Please smash those likes. It's free. It's easy. It's easy as cheesecake. It's free. It doesn't hurt. You just smash those likes. It's going to be a barn burner in the Magic Kingdom tonight. Can't wait for this game.
Absolutely, facts. And we got to talk about two teams right now. I mean, the Knicks currently right now are in the playoffs. Are they, I think, 6th in the East, or are they 7th?
New York is the 7th seed right now, half game behind Miami.
Okay, so they're the 7th seed right now, 29 and 26. They came off from a come-from-behind win to beat the Philadelphia 76ers at the Garden. I know the Magic are, 9 games under 500, but here's something that nobody's talking about. Orlando Magic lost 20 of their first 25 games at the start of the season. They started 5-20. Since then, they are playing 18 and 12 basketball since that time after starting the season 5-20. So the Magic, they're 6 games over 500, so they're playing really well. They're playing, 600 ball? Yeah, they're playing 600 basketball.
And they're good at home.
And they've been good at home. And so how do you see this matchup playing out? What are you looking for keys in this game between these two teams? And this is a game that the Knicks should win, but I don't think it's going to be easy. The Magic are no pushover. They've been playing better basketball the last 30 games of the season. They've got some they got some decent young pieces. Obviously, the standout, Paolo Banchero. What are your thoughts on this game? How do you see the game turning out? And what are your keys for the game tonight?
My keys for New York, rebound the ball. Orlando's kind of small. Rebound the ball. Crash the glass early. Get yourself to the foul line. If you're New York, if you're Orlando, get yourself to transition because the Magic do play kind of fast. They're like Speedy Gonzalez, getting to the rim, like T. Ross, Pialo, Cole Anthony, And also another X factor tonight is Gary Harris. This could be a game for Gary Harris though, so we gotta watch out for him. So my keys for New York: rebound the ball, get yourself to the foul line. Getting RJ Barrett back is huge. For Orlando, like I said, use your home crowd to your advantage, rebound, and also get into transition.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm the Magic, I definitely want to rebound the basketball, knowing that I'm a small team because they play a small lineup and they're not really that big. The Knicks have got to control the board, so that's something that they got to keep in mind. So they need to pretty much dominate the glass. Mitchell Robinson is still not healthy for the Knicks, right? He's still out injured, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah.
and I know the Knicks are missing him, and I know he has a tendency to get into foul trouble, but he is impactful when he's on the court with his rebounding, especially his offensive rebounding, which is probably, I think, his best attribute as an NBA player. He's really good with his offensive rebounding. The Magic, I think, are without for Mo. They don't have Chumo Kiki, and they don't have Mo Bamba. They're out tonight.
Right.
Both players are out.
Right, especially during that fight they had against the T-Wolves. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Who was it again? It was him with Austin Rivers. Yeah,
yeah. Salute Ryan and Karam in the chat. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we do have the super chats on. So, if you guys would like to donate to the channel, you guys definitely could do that. Guys, hit that like as you guys come in. Karam, that's a really key point. You don't want the starters playing 30-plus minutes against this Orlando team because I feel like as the game goes longer, it's going to favor Orlando's young legs. So, don't control the pace of the game. So that's what you want to do. Don't let the Magic get into transition. So your transition defense is going to be key. That means you also got to take care of the basketball because remember, turnovers leads to not only transition points, but even points off turnovers. So that's going to be a key for the Knicks. Take care of the basketball. I really want to see the Knicks move the ball because they're not a really good assist team. So they do get stagnant offensively a lot of times with this one-on-one basketball. And let me ask you something that's really kind of been bothering me. And it's this whole Cam Reddish situation and why doesn't Tom Thibodeau play Cam Reddish when I feel like he should be getting minutes? Like, I don't know what the issue is. I mean, we got Cam Reddish. I think Cam Reddish is a talent. I feel like he should be getting an opportunity to play. Let him make mistakes so that he can learn. And I think Cam Reddish is a talented player. He could definitely get better, but I just feel like he's not being utilized at all.
Agreed. Holding him hostage, yeah.
Like, I'm not expecting him to be a franchise player or anything of that sort, but we got to see what the kid can do at least because I feel like it could give us kind of like a jolt to the lineup. Who knows? Maybe he could give us some versatility in the lineup if we want to make some changes in rotations. But Tibbs is a stubborn coach, and I really want this dude fired, quite honestly. I really want him fired because I just feel like he's still stuck in his ways of the 2010s with that Chicago Bulls philosophy, and it's been that way since he's been with the Bulls, head coach of the Timberwolves, and now being head coach of the Knicks. It's like whatever he has, he doesn't play his young guys enough and relies on his veteran players way too much and plays them way too many minutes. There's no way you're really going to know what your team is made of if you don't start playing some of your younger players.
Well, technically, you're right to an extent, but Tibbs does actually play young guys this year. 15 of our 17 players are under 30 years old. So Tibbs technically does play young guys this year, but I do agree with you that Tibbs can be a little bit, how can I say, arrogant, doesn't see what's going on, and he should play Cam Reddish some minutes. Cam's a good defender. He can get to the hole. He has a pretty good three-point stroke. Remember that three against the Grizzlies, bro, early in the year to send again to overtime. He hit some big shots. Like, I don't understand. It's just disrespectful and wrong for Tibbs not to utilize Cam Reddish, though. And at least use him a little, though. He's a good defender. He can get into transition. He can fly to the hole, and he can stroke the three.
I'm just saying, try to use the best of you. I get what you're saying that a lot of the starters are under 30. I get all that.
The whole and also the bench too. Also the whole bench for the most part. The only guys who are old is Fournier and Rose. That's it.
Yeah. I'm just saying for the most part, I do get it that he has. I feel like he's been forced to play more rotational guys just for the fact that because I feel like if he had much more of a veteran team and a couple of young players, he would be riding his veterans all through. But I think with the fact that he has now more of a younger team, he kind of has no choice. But that still doesn't change the fact that he's very stubborn in terms of certain lineups. Yes. And like if he see whatever he sees working, it's kind of like he kind of tends to go away from it. It's like he kind of takes away the hot hand. And then sometimes I just wonder, why do you bench a guy late in the game when he should be on the floor? So certain lineups I kind of question down the stretch. Like, for example, he set R.J. Barrett, I believe, against what was the team again? Was it against the Lakers?
He played against the Lakers, though. Was it?
No. I know he played against the Lakers, but I think in overtime he might have benched him. I don't know if it was that game.
Yeah, that was that game. Yeah, it was that game. Yeah.
Yeah, that I really didn't understand because I don't really know what R.J. did wrong to cause him to sit on the bench, especially. And that was really more on the Lakers because I thought they iced that game in regulation, but they let the Knicks score 6 points. And next thing you know, I know the Lakers put together in overtime, but they should have won that game easy down the stretch. And I didn't understand why R.J. Barrett sat. So I don't know. It just didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, he missed the last 11 minutes of the game. Yeah, it was just wrong there. But back to this game, what's good is that New York is a good road team. They're 15-11 away from MSG. I know the last few games they kind of slid off a little bit, but they are a good road team. So that's another reason why I think the Knicks will survive tonight. I just have a feeling the Knicks will survive tonight. But New York wants to win this game. They got to get off to a better start. I mean, they got to get off to a good start. They don't want to dig themselves a hole over in New York.
My concern with the Knicks is that they're known to blow double-digit leads when they get off to really good starts, and that's kind of my concern. It's like they don't play a full 48. They tend to let teams back in the game, and once you let a team hang around long enough is when the Knicks really get lackadaisical to go, and then they start to press on offense, and then next thing you know, it gets it worse. Like then they can't get the set for defensive stops. Like once they start to struggle on the offensive end, and that's when they let teams hang around. So Knicks have got to show a little bit better of a killer instinct. And like I'm saying before, it's a long season. I'm not expecting it, but you want to develop good habits. You just don't want those habits like down the stretch to where you're looking back and saying, damn, this is the kind of game like against this kind of team that we should have really kind of put that clamps on, and instead we let them hang in a game that we should have won, we ended up losing. And those come back to bite you like in the standings where you're trying to make up ground and it could be too little too late. Like you would have to hope and pray that some teams above you are playing their worst basketball at the wrong time of the year, and then you guys get hot, and then somehow you have enough games to make up. Because if you don't have enough games to make up, it's tough.
It is tough. And another thing too, and speaking of a team that's playing tough, if you look at Orlando, I know the Magic have been mediocre, but like you said, if they've won 17 out of the last 29, if you look at Orlando's only 2.5 games behind Indiana, and Indiana slided off considerably. You see Orlando having a legit chance to make the play-in?
Yeah.
The only 2.5 behind Chicago, Toronto, and Indiana, Orlando.
And there's still a lot of season left. We have we got 27 games to go for the Orlando Magic for both teams here in this case.
Yeah,
so like 27, 28 games to go. That's still important. That's very important.
That is true.
It just lets you know that they still do have a shot to get in. And that would be good for their confidence because now that would be good into next year. Now, let me ask you this. I really didn't get to ask you a lot about the Kyrie Irving deal. I know we talked a little bit on the phone earlier, but I wanted to get your thoughts and tell the people here on YouTube, right here on the channel, what were your thoughts on the Kyrie trade? And then how do you see things playing out for both teams for the rest of the season and then going into the offseason?
I think it's a pretty good move for Dallas. You get another ball handler. You get another wizard that can put oohs and ahs. A guy that can create his own shot. Kyrie can play make when he wants to, and he can help Luka Doncic a little bit. And if you're the Mavs, for the Nets, I mean, Dinwiddie, you get another guy used to play with you guys, good playmaker, can stroke it from three, can hit clutch shots, and Vinny Smith, who can lock you up from the perimeter, good defender, and can stroke it from three. So I think both teams made a good move, yeah. And Luka finally has that start he can play around with, yeah.
I'm going to say this. I think this is a win-win for Dallas because I look at it this way. With getting Kyrie Irving, even if you don't sign Kyrie Irving, the good thing about it is that now you're going to have a lot of cap space. So you'll be able to bring in a free agent. And I think getting Kyrie in this trade has helped make Dallas a destination for free agents to come. That's one. Then the question I have is, can Kyrie be to Luka what Kyrie was to LeBron? And in terms of what I mean is now, can Luka now show that he can play off the ball with another star player that kind of tends to dominate the basketball? So I'm interested to see how Jason Kidd is going to be able to make that work. And if Luka can show that he played off the ball, my only question is, though, this is a small back. Luka's big, but I'm saying like Kyrie's undersized at the 2 position. And these are this is not a good defensive backcourt at all. So that's the bad part there. And, are they going to be able? I just wonder how the front line is going to be able to deal with when they're going to have to score more to kind of overcompensate and make up for their defense in the backcourt, because now teams with quick guards that are going to be able to penetrate, at the top of the perimeter going into the lane. That's kind of the question I have, is that is their defense going to be able to be at least okay enough to be able to deal with, how weak the backcourt is going to be defensively. Then I want to see how good can Christian Wood become now after this move. I know he's good, but he's another player who doesn't really play defense neither. Good offensive player, but not really much of a defender. So Jason Kidd's got some things to work out. But according to him, he said that it gives him a chance to be to the NBA Finals. I think that's pushing it way too far, but we'll see how that works out the rest of the year.
I mean, they have a chance to make the finals. I'm not saying they will, but of course they have a chance. That's why you play the games, though. But I do agree that we got to see how Kyrie look at fit, and it's going to take time. And away we go at the Amway Center at the Magical Kingdom, though. Here's Marquette Fultz hounding Jalen Brunson. Here's Optimus Grimes in a straight jacket with Gary Harris. Here's Brunson at the baseline. Simpson, the high screen. Brunson, the double. Here's Rand hands off to Grimes. Here's RJ Barrett spinning and winning, backing down. RJ fading, wiggling, shooting, and clunking. Both teams playing volleyball, and Gary Harris wins the race. Here's Orlando bringing the ball up court. The Magic right now are 22-32, 13-13 here at the Magic team at the Amway Center, and they started off 5-20, but they really turned things around. Here's Gary Harris on the drive, the slice. RJ Barrett, Ryan Schnazzo, hands off to the electrified Piala Banchero. Banchero takes a mid-range shot, throws up a center block, and Optimus Grimes were flying for the board. He's Quinn Grimes able to push the ball up court. New York right now, 29-26. They're 7th in the Eastern Conference, a half game behind the Heat. He's JR30 look to Dancing Prance. He's Wendell Carter right on his grill. He's Quinn Grimes able to slice and dice, scoop the hoop and the deuce for Quentin Grimes. Yo, Lou, Optimus Grimes is underrated. Can put the ball on the floor, can really posterize his anchor stroke from three. He's Franz Wagner in the paint, puts up Houdini and scores. Franz Wagner, tough like nails, and the Magic tied the game at two. 10:33 to go in the first quarter. Here's Jalen Brunson, hands up to JR30. Here's Quinn Grimes, feeds the ball to Jalen Brunson. Here's Jalen Brunson able to drive and slice. Here's Brunson almost traveled the ball. Here's RJ Barrett to build his way to the rim, throws it up, can't squeeze it up and in, and Biala Banchero flies in like a Timberwolf and get the board. Here's Banchero able to jiggle. Willow throws it up, rejected emphatically by Quentin Grimes, but hacked and whacked. But Orlando started inbound the ball. 10:09 in the first quarter. New York and Orlando tied at 2. The Knicks 15-11 away from MSG. The Magic, like I said, 13-13 at Amway Center. Here's Frost right on the baseline drive, hands to the Wendell Carter mid-range shot, hippie hop and drop. The ball tap dances in the rim and in, and Orlando skyrockets to the lead 4-2. Magic though. 9:53 in the first quarter. Here's Jericho Sims feeds the need to Julius Randle. Here's the double. Orlando doubling Jalen Brunson early, and this cookie got stolen. Here's Piala Banchero wiggling and spinning, almost loses the rock. Here's Banchero, hands it to Markelle Fultz. Markelle Fultz, sizzling and beautiful backdoor cut, and the Magic drawing first blood. 6-2 Orlando. Here's RJ Barrett at the right wing, able to bulldoze his way to the rim. Here's Barrett, screws the push almost. Here's Randall, he'll pump up a three. That won't squeeze in. And Jericho Sims hopping like Bugs Bunny will get the foul call. So what do you think so far of this game, Lou?
Right now, I'm pretty much behind. I'm trying to catch up with the action right now because I have Amazon Prime. The only problem is that because it's the Knicks, the game got blacked out. So I'm trying to watch it on another stream right now.
Oh, you can go on Sports Surge, by the way. You can go on Sports Surge. That's another app you can use. Here's Markelle Fultz with the steal. Here's Wendell Carter faking and taking, hands up to Markelle Fultz. Fultz feeds the needed to Piala Banchero. Randall going mano with Banchero. Here's Gary Harris on the drive. He's on the slice, throws up to Houdini, and the bank is closed on Tuesday nights, and New York on the run. He's JB11 dancing and prancing. Feeds it off to RJ Barrett, though. Jericho Sims coming for the screen. Here's Barrett will take the mid-range shot and throws up complete clunkaroo. And then the Magic on the run. 6-2 Orlando, by the way. 8:34 in the first quarter. Here's Markelle Fultz able to spin and win. Mid-range shot. Cash it in. Markelle Fultz has just been magical. No pun intended. 8-2. Only an 8-0 run by the Magic, though. 8:20 in the first quarter. New York in a sputteroo. Here's Randall, hands up to Sims. Sims crushing the rims. Jericho Sims on his magic carpet, throws it down. Beautiful pass from Randall. And the Knicks with a lightning quick response. 8-4 Magic. So here's Franz Wagner bringing the ball up court. Here's Wendell Carter sending the high screen. Here's beautiful bounce pass. Here's Wendell Carter, can't put it up and in, but saved by the bell. Jericho Sims gets called for the whack. 7:54 to go in the first quarter, though. Here's Tom Thibodeau in his third year with New York. And look at this. New York is fourth in turnovers, first in second chance points, and they love to get to the free throw stripe. They're third in free throw attempts, though.
Wait, New York is fourth in terms of lowest turnovers?
No, New York is fourth in turnovers overall, first in second chance points, and third in free throw attempts.
Oh, so if they're fourth in turnovers, that means that they have the fourth lowest turnovers in the NBA. Because that's what that means.
Right.
They don't turn the ball over that much.
That's true. They don't turn the ball over that much unless it really counts. Sometimes they turn the ball over in the fourth quarter. Well, Wendell Carter able to switch cheese to freebies, and the Magic up by 6, 10-4 Orlando, though. Here's Julius Randle, the new all-star, passing it, Randle fading, wiggling. Wendell Carter hopping mad, and JR30 will get himself to the free throw line. So, Lou, what do you think about the Randle rampage this season?
I mean, Julius Randle really hasn't done anything that I would say, honestly, is really surprising. I felt like his best season was 2 years ago, to be honest with you. I mean, he's doing typically what I think Randle's done. Randle hasn't, to me, he hasn't really done anything to me that stands out. I feel like his kind of breakout season, I mean, he's had some good seasons, but his breakout season to me was when he first came to the Knicks in that first year. That to me was when he was a standout. But I feel like he hasn't, to me, gotten better. I feel like he's kind of been more steady. I mean, and his field goal percentage was actually higher 2 years ago than it is this year. He's only shooting 45%, which let's face it, in that was more respectable back then in terms of when you think of the era when you're looking at late 90s, 2000 for the big men and the power forwards, because of how the defense was much more physical and it was harder to score. But in a more spaced era, 45% is not that good, considering the fact also that even though he shoots threes, though, like he doesn't really shoot it at like that high of an efficient clip, kind of like what he did before, just a couple of years ago. I thought he was more efficient 2 years ago, not as much this year.
That's true, and he did start off red hot, but he's cooled off as of late, though. Yeah, so his Jalen Brunson trying to do the okie dog after Gary Harris conked the three ball, and 7-21 in the first quarter. Orlando has to hand it up to New York, 10-5 Magic. 7-21 in the first quarter, though. New York came off a huge win against Philly, being down by 21, but put a rabbit out of the hat, winning the game by 11 points. Orlando, on the other hand, knocked off Charlotte. In Charlotte, though, here's Julius Randle throws up the floater, and the bank is open on Tuesday night for Julius Randle, tacking 2 for the two-time All-Star. Beautiful bounce pass. He's Wagner with the floater and able to put the candles on the cake and scores. Beautiful cut to the rim, and the Magic up 12-7 with 6:55 to go at the Magic Kingdom. New York, by the way, beat Orlando by 14 points, and they're up and 1-0 in the season series, though. Here's Randle figuring the three ball. Here's Randle on the drive, pulls up the floater, can't put it down, and Pialo Banchero skies in for the vicious bars, and Pialo dribbling the ball like a guard. Look at Pialo, hands up to Gary Harris, beautiful backdoor cut, and Wendell Carter, bang, able to can the trifecta, and the Magic right now have been scorching 15-7 Orlando. New York better call a timeout, because right now the Magic making the Knicks disappear, Lou. 15-7 Orlando, 6:22 in the first quarter. Beautiful backdoor play, and what I love what Orlando's doing, backdoor cut in the middle, and Wendell Carter finishes his dinner. 15-7 Magic over the Knicks.
Let me turn up the brightness on my tablet. Yeah, what you were saying?
Yeah, I'm saying that Orlando's done a good job double teaming Jalen Brunson, sending the help quick, and Orlando right now is cutting the back door, and guys like Franz Wagner, Wendell Carter, so far the juice stuff for this game early. Remember we said that this game would be tough for.
I don't know what happened. Looks like G Money is out right now, currently on the stream. Okay. You're back on.
Yeah, got it. Man. I know it's early, Lou. Imagine these two teams met in the play-in. Imagine. It would be fun.
If both teams met in the play-in, these two teams?
Yeah. If they met, who do you think would win, New York or Orlando, in your opinion? In the man to play in.
Well, I would still pick the Knicks, but I know that it's not going to be easy. And like I said, I know Orlando's a young team. They haven't, most of those guys haven't experienced something like this. But I will say that Orlando does definitely have a shot of beating the Knicks, especially if the Knicks allow the Magic to play their game. Jay says Knicks have another chance to cash in on Julius Randle. Has been the same player since high school. Shout out to Jay.
So, Jay.
But that's what I said. Like I felt like he regressed to me. Like when I watch him play, like after that breakout season, I felt like after that breakout season he had with the Knicks, at one point when Julius Randle was playing well, I felt that the Knicks should have traded him because they could have got some value, but they waited too late. And I felt like Julius Randle to me hasn't really done anything for me to say that, he's that he's been great and he's transcended. I mean, to me, Jalen Brunson's played better than him. And
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson's not really like a rebounder or anything like that. But when you look at offensively, you look at his ability to get to his spots, he really has a nice form. I've seen Julius Randle throw up a lot of bad clunkers like in this year. Like just some really awful shooting. He's had some bad shot selection. Like Jalen Brunson does a better job of getting to his spot. I don't know if it's because he's smaller, he's a little bit quicker, and he's very deceptive. But to me, he has higher basketball IQ in terms of like making sure to get his shot. And I feel like Julius Randle, to me, he lacks that.
Right. And Jalen Brunson playing ring around the list to RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett's beautiful bounce pass to Grimes. Grimes hands to Randle. Here's Grimes who put up a three and can't able to go. Right now, New York colder than the arc. 3 of 10 from the field though. Here's Markelle Fultz able to wiggle and spin. The shimmy, the boogie, the shimmy, hands up to Harris. Harris for three. Boom shakalaka. Gary Harris cashes in the trifecta. And the
Boom shakalaka.
And the Magic right now are just taking it to the Knickerbockers. 18-7 Orlando over bumbling New York. Here's Jalen Brunson with the OB dog, hands up to Randle. Here's Randle, feeds up to Brunson. Brunson at the top of the key. Here's Brunson. He'll shoot a three, and he'll put it in. Jalen Brunson cashes in the three, and that's much needed for the Knicks. And now Orlando's up an octagon, 18-10 Orlando. Here's Jalen Brunson with the steal. Here's Brunson, beautiful bounce pass to Optimus Grimes, and Grimes right down memory lane with the rim rocking crusher. Like I said, Lou, not only can Grimes shoot the three, he can fly like an eagle and crush the rim like that. So 5 quick points by New York and 18-12 Orlando. Here's Markelle Fultz at the left wing, hands up to Piala Banchero. Here's Piala Banchero wiggling and jiggling, beautiful bounce pass, and Isaac, oh, sweet mama! Jonathan Isaac hopping like Kangaroo Jack and crushes it down, and the Magic with a quick blink of an eye, 20-12 Orlando, beautiful backdoor. Here's Wendell Carter on Jalen Brunson. Brunson dancing with the stars. 4:36 to go in the first. Brunson puts up a three, won't able to go, and Jonathan Isaac wins the battle there. Magic on the run. Here's Markelle Fultz, tap dances his way to Jonathan Isaac. Isaac with a little mid-range shot, can't put up an in, boarded by Julius Randle. New York needs to push. 4:17 in the first quarter. Here's Randle, bulldozes his way to the rim, and like you said, Big Lou, dishes the ball to the invisible man. So 4:14 in the first quarter, Orlando will get the ball right back.
Smash those likes, folks.
Smash or crush those likes right now. Right now, it's been a magical start for Orlando. Look at this. Orlando shooting 62% from the field, while New York on the other end shooting a woeful 39% from the field. Excuse me. Markelle Fultz, the head of the helm, will generate offense, hands up to Jonathan Isaac. Here's Jonathan Isaac, hands up to Piala Banchero. Here's Piala Banchero able to wiggle, jiggle, hands up to Wendell Carter, the spin, the floater, and the cash. Wendell Carter making the Knicks spin a little bit, and the Magic up 2 hands, 22-12, Orlando over New York. Here's Jalen Brunson trying to find an opening. 3:42 in the first quarter. Magic up 22-12. Here's Emmanuel Quigley nails the three ball, and the Knicks strike back. 22-15 Magic though. Here's Piala Banchero at the right wing. The switch. Kareem Grimes on his go. Here's Piala Banchero able to spin the fader. Hands up to Isaac. Isaac puts up a three, throws up a cinder block, and JB11 skies in for the board. Here's Julius Randle at the left elbow, pushes off to Hartenstein. Hartenstein with the view of a floater and able to put the cherry on top of the cake. 22-17 Magic. New York striking back. 10-4 run by the Knicks. 3:02 in the first quarter. Bounce pass to Jalen Suggs. Beautiful ball move by the Magic. Here's Piala Banchero, able to shizzle, able to whizzle, loses the rock, but gets the bailout call. And the timeout will be called. 2:54 in the first quarter. New York down by a hand. 22-17 Magic.
All right, man. As G-Money mentioned, man, 2:54 remaining in the first quarter. 22-17 Magic are up by 5, but I know Orlando's defense is not that great. They definitely play hard, but they will let you back in the game because they're not great defensively, so they will let you back in the game. But like I said, the Knicks don't take this team lightly because they have been playing better basketball the last 30 games of the season. So really, you need to be on your A game tonight because this is a young team. They can
Very
put it out in
fast.
transition. But like I said before, I'm really hoping that Julius Randle is traded because I'm really tired of him. We need, like I said, I don't even know who we don't have a franchise player. Like
Agreed.
I'm thinking about it right now. We've had a lot of complimentary players come in through trades, through the draft. We don't really have a franchise lead guy. That's what we're missing right now. Shout out to Daniel Berry in the building. What's good, bro? What's up? Guys, hit that like button as you guys come in.
Crush
Hit
those
that
first.
like. Crush it. It's free 99, man. It's for free. Doesn't cost anything. Doesn't hurt you. Trust me, you won't even feel a damn thing. All it does, man, is definitely help us in the channel, man. Definitely appreciate y'all. But again, hit those likes.
Right. And here's the thing that kills me with both squads. Both teams really struggle to put the ball in the bucket sometimes. New York is 18th in scoring, Orlando 27th in scoring, really because Orlando sells too much for jump shots sometimes, while New York just does a lot of iso ball. That's why you see that. The Knicks are 18th in scoring. The Magic are 27th in scoring.
How about defensively, where are the Knicks at? I'm pretty sure they're probably middle of the pack.
Let me see.
I know Orlando's pretty bad. They're in the bottom 20s. I know that.
Okay. Let me check scoring defense. If you check New York right now is 12th in opponents' points per game. But if you actually watch the Knicks, they've been inconsistent defensively. New York is 12th in offensive points per game, opponents' points per game, while Orlando's 18th.
And then we got to check out their defensive rating because that's another important one too. So just opponents' points is one thing. Because you could be good at preventing the opponents from scoring, but then also your defensive rating is like how good is your team defensively throughout the ball game.
Well, if you want to check defensive efficiency, New York is 13th in defensive efficiency. Orlando is putrid. They're 20th.
20th. So like I said, Magic not really that good of a defensive team. And the Knicks, they're just middle of the pack. But like you said, inconsistency. There's times where they show you that they could be a very good top 10 defense, and then there's other times where it looks like that they could be a bottom 23rd, 24th defensively, especially because when the Knicks get off to good starts, they also have a tendency to let you back in games too. Because what they start to do is they play like they know how to play basketball, and then they have moments where they now get away from – they all of a sudden forget to play basketball, and then they start to do these stupid things like start to play stagnant, try to bail out with these stupid shots down with the shot clock. Everybody stops moving in the half court.
That's true.
And which is why I said that you need to generate points in transition if you're not a good half-court team.
That is true, though. And let's see, Randall right now at the baseline. Isaac right on his schnozzle. He's Julius Randle, throws it up to Quigley. Quigley with the up and chuck. In the floater, throws it up. Rejected emphatically by Mo Wagner. Woo, Nelly. Jackie Chan spiked it. So let's see. Here's Jonathan Isaac backing out on the block. Here's Isaac hands up to Piala Boncaro. Here's Piala Boncaro, the new exciting rookie on the block. Here's Boncaro. Hard to the hole, throws it up to, that was a bad pass, hands up to Suggs. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Here's Mo Wagner, who threw up a mid-range shot, and no dice. Rebound by Julius Randle. Beautiful defense by New York there. Bad offense by Orlando. Here's Quinn Grimes, hard to the hole, throws it up and squeezes it in. Beautiful back door. And New York was within a 4-4-4, 23-19. Orlando with a minute 54 to go in the first stanza at the Magic Kingdom the Amway Center. Here's Jonathan Isaac at the left elbow. Hands off to Jalen Suggs, who's able to slice and dice. Here's Suggs able to shimmy, throws it up, and squeeze it up and in. But he gets slacked in the schnoz, and he will get himself to the free throw line for Orlando's 6th and 7th free throw coming right up. New York sometimes also fouls a lot if you actually watch the Knicks. Hartenstein, Randall, Sims. Yeah, sometimes New York fouls up too much if you watch the Knicks play. So New York, so the Magic up by 4. Jalen Suggs able to choke the first free throw. A minute 41 to go in the first quarter. Orlando, like I said, the 13-13 at the Magic Kingdom at home. New York is 15-11 away from MSG. And the Knicks have a pretty tough schedule coming up. After the Magic, they got the Sixers, the Jazz, the Nets, and the Hawks to finish the All-Star break, though. So that'll be a tough running for the Knicks right there. So So Jalen Suggs able to switch to second free throw, and the Magic up by 5, 24-19 Orlando. Here's Jalen Brunson hands up to Julius Randle. Randle figuring the trifecta. Here's Randle at the elbow. Pushes off Mo Wagner, almost got away with an offensive foul. A minute 25 in the first quarter. Here's Quigley butt naked open for three and throws up a clunkaroo, rebounded by Jalen Suggs of the Magic. Here's Suggs open for three. No siree, dog. Mo Wagner trying to fly in for the board, but Julius Randle surviving like he's in Survivor gets saves, and Jalen Brunson able to ring it up from downtown. Jalen Brunson hits the pull-up three, and the Knicks lightning quick within two. New York 3 is 7 for 3, Orlando 2 for 5. Here's Jalen Suggs in the paint, hands off to Franz Wagner. Franz hands it to Cole Anthony, who can really light it up. Beautiful bounce pass. Here's Mo Wagner gets rejected by Hartenstein. Here's Quigley dancing, throws it up and can't put it in. Bo running up the car. Here's Bo hooping, scooping, no duping. Rebounded by Quinn Grimes. 31 seconds to go in the first quarter. Knicks down by 2, 24-22. Magic. New York on a 15-6 run after trailing by 11 early. So Jalen Brunson will hold the ball down. Another double team by the Magic. Here's Randle in the paint. Throws off to Quigley. Quigley puts up a three. Can't squeeze it in. And Mo Wagner will get the ball. And the Magic will hold for the final shot. 7 seconds to go. This first stanza, though. Better get your track shoes on. Here's Cole Anthony wiggling and jiggling. Houdini hands up to Bobo. And he gets hacked and whacked again. So I think Orlando will get themselves back to the free throw line. And this will be it will be back at the free throw line. Again, Orlando will get their 7th free throw coming right up. And Cole Anthony, he can be streakier than Car Wash, but he can be hotter than your hair on fire. He can really stroke it from 3, can fly like an eagle. Cole Anthony nails the first free throw. Magic up 25-22. And Cole Anthony can get in the passing lanes too. So Orlando with 1.8 seconds to go, up by 3 on New York. This is the second out of 3 meetings between these two teams. New York beat Orlando 115-102 at MSG. Cole Anthony able to cash in both freebies, and the Knicks down by 4 cents, 26-22. Quinn Grimes inbounding the ball. Here's Grimes inbounding to Randle. Here's Randle, 3-pointer. Nope, he couldn't get up. And that's after the first quarter. After the Magic put the Knicks in the haymaker, New York hanging around a little bit. Orlando 26, New York 22 after 1.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you already mentioned, man, after 1, the Knicks trailing by 4 cents, 4 pennies, 26-22 at the end of the 1. Shout out to Earl Phillips in the building. Says, Young Luke, what's going on? Earl, appreciate you as always, man. True supporter. Shout out to TJ Gaming as well, guys. Hit the like as you guys come in. Do you think the Lakers, shout out to Ron Duffney in the building. What is good, y'all? Guys, make sure to hit the like and share this stream. TJ says, do you think the Lakers make any trades on Thursday? Something tells me that they might make a small move, but I just don't know what big move that they can make, because I feel like that the media, they have been putting so many players that they've been trying to push. I mean, they tried obviously with possibly DeMar DeRozan. They tried with Kyrie Irving. They're trying to do Zach LaVine. So I can see one move that the Lakers could probably make, but I feel like it's small. I know that they're trying to. Do you think Russell Westbrook is still with the Lakers, or is he traded at the trade deadline?
Man, I have a weird feeling Russell's going to still be a Laker. I don't see any way to trade this guy. I have a weird feeling he's going to still be a Laker.
I'm going to say this right now. If I'm the Lakers, I don't move him. I wait till his contract expires at the end of the season. I really don't think to try to get desperate to see if you win an NBA title. I feel like you need to really evaluate your team and, to me, start fresh. So I think that just trying to make a move, don't put yourself in a situation where you don't have any flexibility, because your guys are already – the thing is, people got to understand that LeBron, AD, and Russ eat up most of the salary. They were thinking of trading for Tobias Harris, and I don't even think that's a good move, because that's $39 million you're going to take. And are you guaranteed that Tobias Harris is going to be this great playoff performer, that he's going to help you lead to the playoffs, and that you're expecting some big performances from him? because he's been inconsistent every series he's played since he's been in the playoffs with the Sixers. What makes you think all of a sudden he's going to be that way with the Los Angeles Lakers? I just don't see it. And he doesn't even play in yeah, he doesn't really move the needle for you, and he's chucking up, and you're eating up 39 mil when you're trying to get rid of contracts. So it doesn't make any sense. And I know Rob does not even want to get rid of those picks, neither those 2027 and 2029 picks, even though it was already offered, I think, for Kyrie. Excuse me, but the owner was not going to send Kyrie to the Lakers. Let's make that very clear. He wasn't going to give Kyrie his demand. He was going to send Kyrie where he wanted to send him. So he got the last laugh short term. Long term, Kyrie's going to be in control this time around.
Right. Here's Mo Wagner trying to get the last laugh on the Knicks, and he gets it done. Franz Wagner able to shimmy his way to the hoop, and the Magic up 28-22, 11:35 in the first quarter. Here's iHeartRadio. Here's RJ Barrett hands up to Obi. Obi for three, throws up a clunker, bro. And Cole Anthony able to pounce for the rebound. Magic on the run. Here's Cole Anthony able to wag and jack, throws up the floater. The bank is closed, and iHeart able to save it, and the Knickerbockers on the run. Here's McBride at the left elbow, hands up to iHeart, who's been a key piece for the Knicks, by the way. Here's RJ Barrett at the foul line at the top of the key with 7 seconds to go on the shot clock. Here's RJ Barrett wants to take a mid-range shot and able to cash it in. RJ Barrett hits his first bucket, and the Knicks within 4. Here's Mo Wagner able to dance in Prince. It counts, and the foul. Mo Wagner able to truck his way to the rim. iHeart. Wait. What's going on? iHeart, I think, is called for the hack. And no, they took that away. Okay, they took that away. So my bad. 10:15 in the second quarter. Orlando up by 4. If you look, the Magic right now, Orlando right now shooting 46% from the field. New York 42%. But remember, Orlando started a scorching 62%, but their offense kind of slid off a little bit. So here's Cole Anthony hands up to Mo Wagner. Here's Mo Wagner in the paint, the spin, the boogie, the shimmy shake, and no bake. Rebounded by Obi Toppin, though. 10:42 in the second quarter. Here's Obi Toppin at the left wing. He'll pop up a 3, and that will get eviscerated. Here's Toppin popping, throws up the floater. No dice, but he'll prance his way to the free throw line. Obi Toppin, he may be inconsistent, but man, he can bounce like a kangaroo. He can crush the rim like the best of them, and he can stroke it from 3 sometimes. What do you think about Obi Toppin, Big Lou?
I mean, part of the reason also is that the way Tibbs has used him in rotations has been so inconsistent. But definitely when he does play well, and I do agree he's inconsistent, but when he shows the flashes of being a really good NBA starter, or even as somebody coming off the bench with the impact. It's just he just tends to make mistakes out there sometimes, especially when you're asking him to do a little more than what he's used to. Is when he tends to struggle. So the thing is, you don't want him doing too much, because to me, Obi Toppin's really still learning the NBA game, especially what his role is, because I feel like he doesn't have a defined role yet, but definitely shows some impact when he gives you some punch. He definitely is athletic, and definitely he can give you a little bit of a scoring impact when his shot is falling. So,
right now. Right.
But he is inconsistent. I do agree with that.
Yes, and right now, Franz Wagner's balling. McBride throws up a break, and the Magic looking to run and stun. Here's Cole Anthony, feeds off to Wagner. Wagner puts up a 3. Bang! Franz Wagner from downtown, and he's been hotter than a blowtorch. 5 for 5 from the field, including cashing his first free throw. And the Knicks right now need to call a timeout, because right now, Orlando has been just uber magical. And right now, 9:50 in the second quarter. New York down by a touchdown, 33-26 in the second.
Is that a final score for the Super Bowl?
Maybe. Very maybe.
I'm giving early predictions now. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be doing the Super Bowl on Sunday between the Chiefs and the Eagles. I actually have the Eagles winning. As much as I love Mahomes as he's my favorite quarterback and my favorite player in football. I think that the Eagles from top to bottom, to me, are the best team, and I really feel that the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl, even though I originally picked the Chiefs. But I got a feeling that the Eagles will win, and Jalen Hurts is maybe possibly getting Super Bowl MVP, and just cap off a great season for the Eagles. So even when they were projected to be the second best team in the division. So, like G Money said, we got 9:50 remaining here in the first half, 33-26 Orlando Magic. Shout out to Knicks Nation and Magic Nation, whoever's watching right now. We definitely got a low count right now because we only got 2 people watching, but hopefully we could get some more people. I know it's going to be a little bit tough just because a lot of people are on the Knicks channels, and then obviously people who watch the Orlando Magic, they're out there. But if you are out there, give this channel a try out. Definitely, we try to commentate the game, give you the analysis of not only in the game, what's going on around the league. G Money, can you give us some of the scores around the league while we're on a commercial?
Alrighty. Well, on TNT, for the second time on TNT, the Suns will duke it out with the Nets. They're even Steven at 13 with 6:14 to go at Brooklyn at the Barclays Center, 13-all. The Pelicans are looking to sky and fly past the Hawks. They're up 4-0 with 10:05 to go in the first. The Bulls look to rampage past the Grizzlies, 8 o'clock tonight. The T-Wolves look to howl at night and eat up the Denver McNuggets at Denver at 9 p.m. And at 10 o'clock, could we see the King be the new scoring champion against OKC, 10 p.m. on TNT at Staples Center?
Some people say that they feel like he might get the scoring record tonight. I still feel that he's going to get it against the Bucks. That's just me. But if he gets it tonight, I mean, he could definitely get it tonight because he's only 36 points away. Mm-hmm. And I think, but it depends how LeBron's going to approach it because remember, like I said, Kareem played for the Bucks, played for the Lakers. I feel like the narrative to me is set for him to break it against the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay. But like I said, I could be wrong, and he breaks it against the OKC Thunder. So let's see. I feel like he's going to get it on Thursday. Some people feel like he's going to get it tonight. We'll see what happens. The only thing the Lakers better not do is lose to the Thunder, though, because that would be the last thing you want, especially with the fact that they just came off giving up 141 points to the Golden State Warriors.
That is true. And speaking of giving up, Jericho Sims gave up the play and did a moving screen, so the Magic will get the ball right back. And look at this, bro. The Hornets went 1 for 9 at the free throw line against the Magic on Sunday. Yikes, man. That's a sting, man. Whew. So here's Bo at the top of the key, able to dance and print shimmy. Here's Cole Anthony at the left wing. Hang on, I'll be right back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so right now it's 33-26, 8:49 remaining here in the first half. I'm just going to mute G Money right now for a little bit. Jamal Mosley, head coach of the Orlando Magic. Right now, Emmanuel Quickly gets the ball, and looks like we're going to have ourselves a turnover. So it might have been an offensive foul. So it looks like it was setting the screen. So it's a turnover for the Knicks. My man said Clay owns the Thunder. Earl says, he's talking about Kendrick Nunn, thinking that he was going to be getting a ring with LeBron. Yeah, I mean, remember, Kendrick Nunn is a clutch client. And it's funny, a clutch client that took less money to play with LeBron, and he got traded. He got traded for Rui. Anyway, Magic moved the ball. We got a 3-pointer shot, and we got a miss. And the rebound is off to Emmanuel Quickly, who pushes it up for the New York Knicks. Smash it like it, that's subscribe. They give the ball in transition to RJ Barrett. Shoots a straight on 3. That was way too hard. Offensive rebound for the Knicks. Barrett loses the ball, but then gets it to Quickly on the baseline. Kicks it out. Obi Toppin on the right wing for 3, but it's way short. On the loose ball, Magic got it. I know, Earl, it's funny. Hit the like as you guys come in. And Cole Anthony makes the move, goes inside. He can't hit. Who's that play for the Knicks? Was it Gay? I'm trying to figure out who that is. Let me check. So that was Moritz Wagner gets the rebound for the Magic. Oh, no, that was Sims with the rebound. Oh, my bad. Oh, beautiful lob pass to Markelle Fultz. And the Magic now take a 35-26 lead on the New York Knicks. So the Knicks trail by 9 right now in the first half. Here's RJ Barrett, dribbles around the screen, being guarded by Wagner. Wendell Carter Jr. about to set the check back in. Here's Obi Toppin, crosses over. He goes up off the glass. He can't hit. And the rebound's by it is by Franz Wagner. He gets it open. He shoots a 3, but he can't hit. And the rebound is off to Obi Toppin. Here's Emmanuel quickly with the ball. Quickly gives it over to R.J. Barrett on the right side on the Amway center sign on the right wing. Starts to post up. He's posting up Jalen Suggs to the elbow, gets to the middle, goes up, and he's going to draw the foul, and the foul is on Jalen Suggs. So 7:40 remaining here in the first half. Knicks trailing by 12 right now, 38-26. Smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Jay says Bucks, Kareem's other team, isn't a fan of Kareem. LeBron likes Presti, wants OKC to draft Bronny with all of their picks, gets spotlight on trade deadline night, especially if Russ isn't traded. Exactly. That's why I said that is perfect. So McBride takes a seat. Here's R.J. Barrett at the free throw line. 35-26. Knicks lead, trail by 9, excuse me. Here's Barrett. Misses both free throws. And the rebound's over to Cole Anthony. Anthony with the rock. Gives it over to Wendell Carter. Here's Anthony off the screen. Beautiful bounce pass. Good ball movement by the Magic. They swing it. Cole Anthony with the crossover. Takes a step back. 3. Shabang, 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 bang, bang. He hits the three-pointer, and the Magic lead by 12, 38-26. Back come the Knicks. Handoff is over to Barrett. Gets a double screen. Kicks it out. Quickly. Loses the ball. Regains it. Dribbles right. Barrett relocates to the three-point line. Shoots it. He can't hit. Offensive rebound. Obi misses his jump, but Sims gets the ball on the offensive rebound. Here's Quickly. Fakes the pass. Drops to the middle. Goes up with a strong hook. Tough shot, and it's good. Excuse me. And the Knicks now trail 38-28. G-Money back to live action. Go ahead. Take it away.
Right. Wendell Carter able to tap dance the ball in, and the Magic quickly strike back 40-28 Orlando. 6:22 in the second quarter. The foul is called on Cole Anthony, though. 6:22 in the second quarter, though. So Orlando back up a baker's dozen. 16 out of 24. New York right now is pretty much getting their lunch money taken by Orlando. So R.J. Barrett inbounding to Obi Toppin at the top. He hands off to Jalen Brunson. Cole Anthony hands up to Brunson. Here's Brunson in the paint, wiggling to Jalen. Hands up to Barrett. Barrett on the drive, deflected out, and I think the foul call is on Franz Wagner, who was the culprit. So 14 seconds on the 24-second clock, and New York will inbound the ball. And this has kind of been an uninspiring start by the Knicks, which is kind of sad. You just beat the Sixers, though, and you come out slow as molasses like this. Just sad.
I told you. You can't play down because they're the Magic. And I said that they're playing better. They're playing better in their last 30 games. Like, just because they're 10 games under 500 doesn't mean nothing. And G-Money, before during the game, they were showing the standings in the Eastern Conference. They're only 7 games out of the 7th spot in the Eastern Conference with 27 games to play. Mm-hmm. It sounds like a lot because of the fact that that's a big number for like that many games left, but it's doable as long as they could continue to play better and try to climb into the standings, and hopefully some of these teams go down to where they might be eligible for a play-in and possibly still even a playoff spot.
That is true, though. That is true. And then Franz Wagner able to get taken down by Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin the culprit. So Franz Wagner will get himself at the free throw line. Orlando up 40-30. And right now the Magic have been like that boogie monster out the closet on the Knicks. 41-30 Orlando, though. 5:50 in the second quarter, though. Wagner right now has 12 points. So he's been big for Orlando. Making his first free throw. 5:50 to go in the second quarter, though. So let's see. So Wagner splits the difference at the line. Here's Jalen Brunson able to push the ball up court. Here's Brunson able to shizzle. Hands up to Quigley. Quigley hands up to Randall at the left wing. Puts up a 3 and able to beautifully swish in the 3. And the Knicks within an octagon. 41-33 Orlando. 5:3 to go in the second quarter, though. Julius Randle starting to get himself involved a little bit. Beautiful ball movement by the Magic. He's Wendell Carter. throws up a brick, rebounded by Julius Randle, though, and New York now starting to get their little pep in their step just a tad bit. Here's Emmanuel Quigley on the drive, hands up to Grimes on the base on the spin, the boogie, hands up to Randle. Randle, can he go 2 for 2? Nope. He will rat-a-tat out the second free ball, and Orlando on the push. Here's Pialabon Carey, hands to Wagner. Wagner shimmy his way to the rim, and the ball will not be too kind for him. His first miss of the game, but for us, Wagner able to come from the blind side with the steal. He's running to Markel Fultz. Markel Fultz hands to Wagner. The blocking foul's called on Jalen Brunson, and Jalen Brunson right now is hopping mad. He's red like the character from Inside Out, and he's upset. So now, so Jalen Brunson, he gets called for his first personal foul. 4:51 in the second quarter. No, New York down by an octagon, and yeah, do you think that was an offense? Do you think that was a blocking foul to you, Lou?
Who was this?
Yeah, it was Markel Fultz was driving to the hoop, and then Brunson gets called for the blocking, but it didn't matter though because the free ball rimmed out. So here's Julius Randle trying to do the herky-jerky move, hands off to Quigley. He's Quigley with the up and chuck. He's Quigley, hands up to Randle. Randle faking the three. Randle will shoot the three-pointer and able to get it to go. Julius Randle now starting to boil. His second three in the second quarter, and Jamal Mose would call a timeout. New York back in business, down by 5, 41-36. Orlando forces him to go in the second quarter.
Is that a blocking foul? That's tough. I feel like that's a bang play because he was still kind of slightly moving. The first one looked to me more of a that looked like more of a charge because I thought Jalen Brunson got better position. They just didn't call it and they just let play on. So that was a no call. But you can make the case that was an offensive foul. I thought the second one was kind of bang, but I'll give them the block because he was kind of still slightly moving a little bit, shifting a bit. But it could go either way, though. But I'm going to say block on that one, even though Jalen Brunson didn't agree with the call. See, one thing I am is fair. I'm not somebody who acts biased out here, even though my team is playing the Magic. You got to look at the game from an objective standpoint. And so when I call fair is fair.
Agreed. You got to be fair. And when you have an opinion, you got to be sensible. It's not just believing what you want. You got to be sensible to what you say, you know? You can't go out there and lie. You know, we got to talk about what we got to speak the facts. I mean, Randall's starting to boil a little. He's had 2 threes in the second quarter, but he's 1 for 2 at the line. And he's had some weird passing. But RJ Barrett, man, he's been RJ Brick, 1 for 7 from the field. I love RJ Barrett, man, but he's too inconsistent for me, man. Like his finishing's been up and down, his 3 balls up and down. I don't get RJ Barrett, man. He's just streaky. He's been streakier than the Coney Island roller coaster, man. What's going on with RJ Barrett, man?
Yeah, I mean, I could understand that, but, you know, getting back to Julius Randle, one thing I don't like about Randle is I don't like when he dribbles the ball, especially when he has to bring it up the court, and then he tries to get fancy starting to dribble the ball, because then what happens is he's more prone to turn the ball over. And he did that just not too long ago when they did the no call offensive foul that Jalen Brunson drew up, and then he got to bring the ball up. Then he tried to spin on the dribble and then lost the handle, and then it was a turnover. And I don't like when Julius Randle handles the ball because most likely he's going to turn the ball over. He doesn't really have that. His ball handling skills are not that great. And now and the thing is, it's like I really see what Jay's talking about. I just feel like his game to me, it just seems the same when I watch him play.
Yeah.
There's really he's to me very one-dimensional when I watch him play. Like it just seems so. I don't want to compare him to, to Bron or anything like that because it's not at that level. But I'm just saying, like, as he's not really like a franchise player. I just feel like he hasn't really made changes. He's not a good leader, so he can easily get frustrated when things don't go his way. He's a poor leader, so it's like that already also lets you know right there. So he's a complimentary player, not really a franchise player. So I've said that for the longest. But I said that when he was playing at his best, we should have traded him because we would have got something. We're stuck with him, and I just feel like we're not going to be going anywhere with him. After the playoff series with Atlanta, where we struggled, he got exposed in that series, and then he really hasn't made any changes to his game. It's been pretty much the same.
Right.
The points are there, but it's just they just feel like empty points when I watch him play.
You made some great points. Well, the Magic had 2 bites of the apple, but couldn't able to chomp on either one. So the Knicks will get Jalen Brunson to spin, hands up to Quinn Grimes at the baseline. Here's Quinn Grimes, D's up to Quigley, but Quinn Grimes end up traveling to Walt Disney, and the Magic will get the ball right back. It's new, and even the Knicks don't turn the ball over a lot. Their turnover, they can be boneheaded with their turnovers. There's 6 turnover in the first half. Orlando only 1. So New York really needs to be smart with the ball handling sometimes. So he's Piala Bonquero on the drive in the paint. Piala Bonquero throws it up and can't put it up at home, but last touch by the rookie, and the Knicks will get the ball right back in their pine. Knicks down by 5, 3:20 in the second quarter. New York was down by Baker's dozen, 40 to 28, but it's an 8-1 New York run. So it's 41-36. Orlando. Here's Jalen Brunson, bulldozes his way to the rim and able to squeeze it up and in, and the Knicks within a trifecta, 41-38. Orlando, 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, though. Here's Markelle Fultz in the paint. Here's Fultz back and posting up Quigley. Here's beautiful New York defense, but Markelle Fultz gets the ball right back. Here's Wendell Carter, who shoot up a 3-pointer, no dice, bordered by Quinn Grimes, and the Knicks have a chance to knock the game at 41, depending on possession with a 3-ball here. Here's Julius Randle, guarded by Markelle Fultz on his grill. Here's JR30 backing in the paint. Here's IQ able to zim his way in the baseline. Here's IQ at the top of the key, 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. Here's Markelle Fultz around his grill. Here's Randle in the paint, puts it up and puts it in. Julius Randle knocks down the J with his 11th point. And New York, guess what, ladies and gents, are only down by single digit, 41-40. Orlando with 2:10 to go in the second quarter. It's a 10-0 run by the Knickerbockers. But Piala Bonquero ends the bleeding there with a beautiful slice and dice to the cup. And the Magic quickly respond, 43-40. Orlando with a minute 58 to go in the first half, though. Julius Randle slowly bringing the ball up court. Here's Randle in the paint at the baseline. Here's Randle, hands off to Grimes, but it's pocket pick 5-on-3. Here's Piala Bonquero, hard to the hole. Nope, but whoa, Nelly. Wendell Carter comes in for the Thunder Slam, but Piala Bonquero instead will have 2 freebies at the free throw line with a minute 43 to go in the second quarter. And that's New York's 7th first half turnover, though. And Orlando really loves to run, like I said before, one of the leaders in transition. So Piala Bonquero at the free throw line. What do you think about Piala Bonquero, Big Lou?
Talented rookie. Definitely is going to be an all-star in this league. Got a lot of talent in terms of watching him play. He's got really good all-around skills. Solid free throw shooter, even though he's in his rookie season shooting, 75% from the free throw line. I know he's only shooting 42% from the field, so he'll get better as he learns the game and continues to develop. But I listen, the future's pretty bright. I don't think he's a franchise player, though. That's just me. He definitely is going to get better. I feel like Orlando needs a superstar. I don't know if they could – it would be crazy if he could develop into a superstar. But everything the Magic have to do is through the draft because they're really not going to get somebody to come down there. I mean, they haven't been able to do that since the likes of Tracy McGrady, for God's sakes. And Dwight Howard, who was a superstar, was drafted by them as the number 1 overall pick. So I think that, I think he'll definitely develop into an all-star. But
right. Well, Piala
definitely they definitely need a superstar, though. Agreed. And I don't think he has that kind of potential just yet. I could be wrong.
Right. Well, Optimus Grimes was trying to fly like a superstar, but he hurt it. But he broke his mama's back with an offensive foul. So Piala Bonquero comes in with the charge, and Piala Bonquero does throw a lot of charges sometimes, though. So that's tough there. So New York's 8th blunderoo in the first, 8th turnovers by the Knicks, 2 for the Magic, though. So Orlando's done a good job handling the ball as far as getting their offense has been pretty crisp. But like we said, the Magic can let you back in the game because they tend to shoot all these jump shots and tend to go with what's working. Orlando up 44-40 with a minute to go of the first half. Here's Markelle Fultz spinning and winning. Bounce passes to Gary Harris, former Nugget, by the way. Here's Markelle Fultz on the drive. in the paint, throws up the floater, and able to shimmy his way to the cup. And the Magic restoring order, 46-40 Orlando. 5 clean points by Orlando. 46 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the switch. Markelle Fultz hounding Julius Randle. He's Quigley feeds the Randle beats, hands up to Quigley. Quigley for 3, no dice. Wendell Carter skies in for the two-handed board, and Orlando will look to maybe have a 2-for-1. 22 seconds to go in the first half. Magic up 6. Quentin Grimes going mano on Markelle Fultz. Markelle Fultz with the raw 7-second digital shot and game clock. Here's Markelle Fultz with the mid-range shot, throws it up, and beautiful shot. A 7-0 burst by Orlando, and Orlando up by 8 points, 48-40 Magic. Here's Jalen Brunson able to shimmy to Randle. Randle puts up a trifecta, rims out, no siree dog. Halftime at the Magic Kingdom. Orlando not making things easy for New York. New York might need to work hard to get this game. Magic 48, Knickerbockers 40 at halftime. 7-0 run by Orlando to close out the first half.
See if this closes. Okay, there we go. Wow. All these ads. This is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I get these ads off. That's way too many. Oh my gosh. My bad. Hold on real quick.
You're good. You're good.
Nope, this isn't the right one because way too many ads popped up on this one.
You ever went to Sports Search? That's what I'm on, Sports Search.
No, that's what I'm on. Which link did you click on?
When I went to Sports Search and clicked Mix and Magic, I clicked on the third link.
The third one? Okay.
Yeah, it says NBA League Pass HD ENG. The third link. Yeah, the third link, yeah. At Sports Search, yeah.
Hold on, there's 2 different Sports Search that I see.
2 different? Well, I clicked sportsearch.club/NBA streams.
Oh, I don't see that one.
You don't? Wow. Okay.
Wait, let me see.
You got it?
It took me to Sports Search Club. Let me click on basketball.
Yeah, New York, Orlando, yeah.
I click on the New York Orlando one. That was the first one. Oh, you said the third link. Was that the one I clicked? Hold on a second. That might be the one I clicked. I see now. Yes.
Bingo. Yes.
Got it. Appreciate the help. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 48-40 at the half. Ladies and gents, Magic up by 8 over the New York Knicks. Is this showing is it showing a band?
Yeah, showing the band, yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm on the same stream as you. Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Yeah, I was just gonna say that in the future when we do these games, just let me know what link you click on that way we can just be on the same page.
Agreed. Alrighty. Well, right now, New York not on the same page. They're shooting 40% from the field, 5 of 19 from the great beyond. Orlando, man, they've been magical. 45% from the field. They haven't shot well, 4-13 from 3. But if you actually watch the game's some clean looks from 3. We had the drive and kick and the spin. The Knicks are 3 for 6 at the line. The Knicks, that's their problem, man. Their free throw shooting is so abysmal. The Magic 8 for 12 at the line, which is not much better, 67%. New York had 24 rebounds. Orlando 20 rebounds. Orlando has 12 dishes. New York has 8. Orlando's been in the passing lanes a lot. 4 steals for the Magic, 1 for the Knickerbockers. New York with only 2 rejections. Orlando 3 flight swats, 3 blocks from the Magic, 2 for the Knicks. But here's what's killing the Knicks rear end. 8 TOs, 8 turnovers by the Knicks, 2 for the Magic. That's why Orlando has the lead for the most part. Fast break points, New York only 5, Orlando only 4. But here's what's helping. Here's been a saving grace for the Magic. They're killing the Knicks in the paint, 22 to. I can't say killing, but you know what I mean. 22 to 16 in the paint for Orlando. New York has been whacking and jacking. 11 foul calls on New York, 8 on Orlando. And the Knicks' biggest lead was 2. Orlando's big lead was the Baker's dozen. And that's your first half stats. And wait, let's check your points off turnovers, though. The Magic has 7 points off turnovers. The Knicks only 2. That's an issue there.
All right, let's look at the box score for the players real quick. For the Magic, we have so the rookie sensation, Paolo Banchero is only 1 for 6 in 17 minutes of play. He was a +3 with 4 points. Frank Wagner and Wendell Carter Jr. getting it done, as well as Markelle Fultz, 8 points for Fultz. We have 11 points for Wendell Carter Jr. in 17 minutes, and we have Wagner with 12 points on 5 out of 6. Each of those guys, with the exception of Fultz, hit a 3 in the first half. For the Knicks, it is Julius Randle. No surprise, he's got 11 first-half points. He's been the best player on the team so far. Brunson has got 8 with 2 threes, 3 out of 5, and Grimes is 3 for 4 for 6 points.
I'm beautiful hoop.
Crazy. Emmanuel quickly has taken the most shots on the team, and he came off the bench. He has 9 shot attempts, and he's only got 7 points in the first half with 1 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, those are your first half stats. Now let's take a look at the scores around the league here on the channel. So we have Phoenix up 34-31 on Brooklyn, 7:55 remaining in the first half. Atlanta is up 35-33 in the Big Easy Smoothie King Center in New Orleans in that game. So we got a little South matchup. 2 teams not too far from another. That is if you take the bus, that is. But I'm pretty sure they're compared from Louisiana to Georgia is a bit of a trip. Chicago and Memphis, they are playing at 8 o'clock. That game should be starting in just a bit. Memphis kind of struggling a bit as of late. Bulls of 1 game within 500. Minnesota Timberwolves have quietly gone above 500.
They're trying to surge a little bit.
They've been pretty quiet. 29-27 right now, currently in the Western Conference standings right now, currently in playoff position. Are they 6th?
Well, if you look at Minnesota right now is 8th in the West. They're 8th.
8th. Okay. I know they were in the bottom part of the West. I was just wondering if they were like 6, 7, or 8. I just took a guess at 6, but they're 8th. Okay. I think the Clippers are 6th.
The Clippers are actually 4th. The Clippers are 4th.
So they went up because they were, I think, 6 entering last night. But I guess the win that they got over the Nets put them up to 4th place.
Right. The Mavs are 5th. The Suns are 6th. Bro, it's a traffic jam in the Western Conference. I mean, look at this.
The Suns are quiet as kept, though. The Suns are playing a little bit better, too. That isn't being talked about because they struggled real bad after starting 16-8, and they went through that real rough stretch. They're starting to play better again. So now they found themselves at the 6th spot because they were out of the playoffs at one point.
Yeah, they were.
But they're now back in the
finding their stride. They're finding their stride. And let's see. Sacramento is the 3rd seed. Look at this, bro. From number 3 to number 13th is only a 5.5 difference. That is crazy. From 3rd to 13th.
Which is why I keep telling people that the Lakers have a chance to make the playoffs. That like the fact that it's like they better be careful that no trades are being done, and then teams start to get healthy in the West, because then I really feel it's going to be a problem for the Lakers to try to get back into it. They have a good enough team to do it. What are your thoughts on Max Christie getting designated for assignment by? Oh, before I do that, Minnesota and Denver, they play at 9 o'clock, and then we got OKC against the Lakers playing at 10 o'clock on TNT. That's the second game of a doubleheader. The first game is Phoenix and Brooklyn. They're tied at 35. But getting back to your question, G-Money, what do you think about Max Christie for the Lakers getting sent down to the G League affiliate by the Lakers?
Even though he's a good rookie that can shoot the ball, he does need some development, though. He needs to work on his ball handling skills, his defense. So I can understand why they sent him to the G League, though, to get some more development, though. But he is a pretty good rookie. He can shoot the ball, man.
I'm a little surprised they sent him down there just for the fact that he's shooting nearly 40% from the three-point line on a team that really does need shooting, because the Lakers are what? They're still they're still they're 20th. They're in the somewhere in the 20th, I think 21st. I
Yeah,
think it's
still sucking the dirt from three. Yeah,
they're still not that, they're still not that great. The Lakers are not a good defensive team. When they started, actually pretty well. They were in the top 5. Even when they struck where they were 2-10, they were actually in the top 5 defensively. But since then, they've gone to now they're what? What's their ranking defensively? I know they're in the 20s. They shouldn't be.
Okay, if I check, let me
And
check.
I mean overall, because I think opponents points wise, they should be, I think, middle of the pack.
True. Let me check opponents. Opponent shooting percentage. Let me try that though. Los Angeles right now is 5th. They're actually middle of the pack. They're 15th in opponent's field goal percentage. But if you actually watch the games, their defense comes and goes. Because you know why I always tell people the stats don't tell the whole story. You always have to watch the games. They're 15th in opponent's percentage defense. But if you watch the games, they're not a good defensive team. They give a backdoor layups. Their 3-point D is inconsistent for me. So yeah.
Yeah, so the Lakers really more so they got to address their defense before they can really address their shooting problems from the 3-point line. But this is why I said that I felt like a system was important, because I really feel that if they do play a system, they can definitely they could really start to rack up some wins. And like I said before, when Russ is on the floor, he really makes a concerted effort to give AD the basketball. Whereas I feel like LeBron doesn't do it as much. And I feel like LeBron at times goes out there to try to get his numbers, and his numbers don't tell the whole story. And I said, I know he's trying to get that Kareem record. And it's like, does wins matter to you at this point? Because like I said, he said it before. He says his legacy is set. Anything that I get after that is icing on the cake. And it's like it flew over by the heads of Laker fans and his own fanboys. I'm like, if he really cared about winning, statistics will be coming second to LeBron. I know he's 38 years old, and I know he's in year 20. I hear it every single goddamn day. Like, I know what year he's in. I know how old he is. My point is, if you're the greatest of all time, you lead the team with the players you have. You don't go on ESPN crying to Michael Wilbon about that you're disappointed that you didn't get Kyrie Irving. By you saying that, you threw Russell Westbrook under the bus, saying that we should have traded Kyrie for him, because that's what he subliminally said. And then on top of that, what are you saying about the rest of your team? Because now you're saying, oh, I know AD's not reliable. And look what the media has done. Was Kareem ever considered the greatest player of all time? Now that the scoring record is within reach, now the scoring record is saying if LeBron passes Kareem, he's the greatest player of all time. And if you notice, players from this era have been praising LeBron like crazy, just so that they can say that if they've played against him and if they actually beat him in like a playoff series, they say they beat the greatest of all time. When me personally, I don't think LeBron is the greatest of all time. He's one of the greatest, but so Karam just put out a stat and says that the Lakers are 22nd in defensive rating. That's atrocious.
That's horrible
for a team that's supposed to be. I appreciate that. For a team that's supposed to be championship contenders.
That is disgustingly bad.
Because then you can't say what are the expectations because they didn't make the plan. Remember, last year they were supposed to be coming out of the Western Conference, out of most people, especially from the media, and that's not what happened. Jay says every team wants Max in the trade. The mindset of sending him down is to limit other teams of asking. Doesn't have a two-way contract. Lakers did the same with Horton Tucker before his $10 million per contract. Horton Tucker, I haven't really heard much from him. It's getting kind of quiet.
Yeah, he hasn't done much. And also, OKC is 12th in defensive rating, as Karam just put out.
OKC is 12th in defensive rating?
Mm-hmm. That team does play hard every night, yeah. They've been
in a lot of games this year. It's indicative of their 25 and 30 record. No, 25 and 28 record. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the third quarter is just about to start, ladies and gents. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. And G Money will be doing the commentary for the second half as well. But yeah, the Lakers are 22nd and the Thunder, with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as their best player, are 12th in the NBA in defensive rating.
Without a rim protector, mind you.
No superstar, no all-star. Shai Gilgeous should be I don't think he got selected as an All-Star, did he?
No, he did. He did.
Okay.
Thank God. But De'Aaron Fox got snubbed. De'Aaron Fox should go.
I need to make a live stream tonight on that. I've been saying that for a while. I don't understand how De'Aaron Fox gets snubbed out of an All-Star bid. This is the second year in a row he's been snubbed out of an All-Star spot.
It's just wrong. And Sacramento has 30 wins. I know the Kings have slid it off as of late, but Sacramento, he's led the Kings to matching their overall win total. They're top 3 in the West. Nobody thought that. Like, come on. Like, even
People
if
thought,
yeah.
Sorry. People thought that the Magic possibly would be competing for a playing spot. They're third in the West, and they are higher in the Pacific Division standings than the Los Angeles Lakers and the Clippers. That's saying something.
And, right. Even over the Warriors, too. The Kings.
And the Phoenix Suns, I believe, because I think the Kings lead the division.
Yeah. Nobody thought that. Yeah. If Sacramento gets to the playoffs and say, I'm just in a hypothetical, get a top 4 seed in the West, Mike Brown arguably is the coach of the year. Arguably.
Jay says THT was LeBron's fault, chose him over Caruso.
Right.
Oh, yeah, because he's a clutch client. See, that's another thing. Oh, and I heard that the Lakers are trying to get John Wall. I don't know if that's a good move on their part, neither.
I don't really know. If it was Washington Wizard John Wall, different. Well, speaking of Wizards, Markelle Fultz is trying to be a wizard with the ball, but Jalen Brunson got hit in the schnoz. He'll feel that in the morning, but the hack is on Jalen Brunson, though. So 11:45 in the third quarter, Magic looking to put the finishing touches in this game. Here's Wendell Carter at the top of the key, feeds the knee to Gary Harris. Harris will fake the trifecta. Here's Piala Banchero, had too much butterfingers, loses the ball, was going for a backdoor 11, lost the ball. So New York will get the ball right back, down by an octagon, 48-40 in the just in the beginning. Because Orlando went on a 7-0 lightning sprint to go back up after the Knicks put within 1. Here's Quentin Grimes on the dry hands of the Jalen Brunson, who's hit 2 threes in this game. Here's Brunson able to step back, puts up a 3, and that will rat-tat out. And Piala Banchero flying for the rebound, and now Orlando's looking to push, though. Here's Piala Banchero aiming to bulldoze his way to the rim. Here's Wendell Carter, puts up a 3, throws up a cinder block, and then Julius Randle will crash the glass, and he will push the ball up. Here's Julius Randle at the elbow, hands up to RJ Barrett, who's a frigid 1 for 7, make it 1 for 8. Another clunker by RJ Brickett right now. So here's Franz Wagner bringing the ball up court, hands up to Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter this up to Markelle Fultz. He'll shoot a 3 ball, and this time he won't be able to connect. So far, both teams frigid cold to start. Here's Jalen Brunson on the drive. He'll hands up to Grimes. Grimes butt naked open for 3. No dice. Offensive board by New York. Here's Jalen Brunson. Skip to my Lou for the deuce. Jalen Brunson able to scoop his way to the rim, and the Knicks will tally their first 2 points in the second half, 48-42. Orlando with 10-17 to go in the third quarter. New York, 15-11 on the road. Here's Piala Banchero with a rainmaker. Piala Banchero will make you high and fly, throws up the shot, and the Magic respond right back, 50-42, Orlando. Here's Jalen Brunson at the top of the key, feeds the beast to Julius Randle. Randle hands up to JB11. Here's Brunson on the slice. The dice throws up the floater. Ay, caramba. So here's Piala Banchero with the Tom Brady-like pass, but Franz Wagner saves the ball. Here's Markelle Fultz able to ring around the Rosie and got his cookie stolen by the Wolf as Jericho Sims gets the ball. Here's Jericho Sims hands up to Optimus Grimes, who's able to shizzle and whizzle. Optimus Grimes hands up to Julius Randle at the top of the key. Here's Randle shoot another 3 and able to connect. Julius Randle keeping the Knicks boat on the ship with a third trifecta, and the Knicks within a hand, 50-45 Magic with 9:17 to go in the third quarter. Here's Wendell Carter, hands up to Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner jab stabbing and wabbing. Here's Piala Banchero faking and taking. He will dance, he will prance. Beautiful bowling by the Magic. He's Markelle Fultz, able to tap this way to the rim. But whoopsie daisy, he ended up traveling with the ball, and the Knicks will get the ball right back. Jamal Mosley, second-year head coach for Orlando. Here's Optimus Grimes bringing the ball up court, hands up to Julius Randle at the left wing. Here's Randle getting double team, hands off to Brunson, his Quinn Grimes tries to the okey doke, can't scoop it in, and that'll make Naismith cry. Here's Piala Bonquer throws up the floater, can't put it up and in, but accidentally the Knicks were playing volleyball, and the Magic will get the ball right back. 8:41 to go in the third quarter. Orlando right now is shooting 43% from the field, 4-15 from the great beyond. New York is shooting a woeful 38% from the field, and they brick it 6 of 23 from the great beyond. So a 5-second call. So it's my fault. So Piala Bonquero gets the ball. 8:35 to go in the third quarter. Here's Piala Bonquero in the paint, slicing, duping, and scooping. Piala Bonquero starting to come alive. The Magic up a touchdown, 52-45 on New York, and Piala Bonquero now starting to wake up. 4 quick points in the third quarter by Bonquero. So here's Jalen Brunson dancing with the stars, trying to wiggle and jiggle, hands up to Julius Randle, pump faking the 3. He will shoot Karamba. What the heck? That should be on Sports Center top 10. Was he trying to up it? Was he trying to chuck it? I don't know. So here's Piala Bonquero at the left wing, throws a dart to Wendell Carter. Here's Franz Wagner on the drive, the spinorama. Feeds the beast to Wendell Carter. Here's Piala Bonquero on the drive. He's able to boogie, throws it to Houdini, and able to shizzle his way to the rim. Piala Bonquero slicing the Knicks in the heart. 6 points in the third quarter from the rookie sensation. Here's RJ Barrett on the baseline. Throws up the floater. Hibbity hop. Can't scoop it in, but he'll get himself to the freebie stripe. Right now, Lou, Piala Bonquero putting the Magic on his back in the third.
Not a good start for the Knicks. Now you find yourselves down 9, and you haven't really moved the needle that much in the third. So basically, things are about the same. Magic have only outscored you by 1, but you can't trade baskets with the Magic. You got to get some defensive stops and get back in the game. And this is with Bonquero only shooting 4 for 10. So that's bad if you're the Knicks. He's not shooting the ball that great, and you're still down 9.
That's true. And he's starting to come alive in the third quarter. He's 3 for 4 in the third quarter after the horrible start.
Jay really quick says Wall is worse than Westbrook. Yeah, I don't understand the move. He makes a lot of money, and on top of that, he's been a shell of himself. He hasn't looked that good with the Clippers. Before the Achilles, John Wall was too, and John Wall's not really a jump shooter. How's that going to help the?
It's just a feather-brained move. It's feather-brained, man. I don't know. Well, here's Mo Franz Wagner in the paint. He scores, but a foul is called on. I think it's on Julius Randle. So it's 7-28. No, it's on Optimus Grimes, the second-year player for the Knickerbockers. 7:28 to go in the third quarter. Orlando with a touchdown advantage over New York. Here's Wendell Carter at the top of the key, trying to shovel dish to Gary Harris. Here's Bonquero at the left wing elbow. He'll shoot a 3-pointer, throws up a cinder block, rebounded by Jericho Sims. And RJ Barrett looked to push the sail. Here's Barrett hard to the hoop. Oh, good golly. The rim unkind right now. And Barrett holding his hand a little bit, though. Trying to flex it off. Here's Franz Wagner open for 3. Throws up a clunkaroo. Julius Randle flies in for the board. And New York right now needs to get their head out their butt right now. Here's Julius Randle with the floater, banking it, thinking it home. What'd you say, Lou?
No, I didn't say anything.
Could have been an and one there, but instead pulls the Knicks back within 5, though. So here's Markelle Fultz on a drive and a slide. Here's Fultz. This is due back to Wagner. Wagner puts up a 3. Hibbity hop won't go. Orlando right now colder than the Arctic from 3 in the third quarter, though. Here's RJ Barrett on the drive. Hands off to Grimes. Grimes for 3. Puts it in. Optimus Grimes switch cheeses to trifecta. And the Knicks right now back in business, down 54-52, a 7-0 New York sprint, and the Magic up by a couple. 6:21 to go in the third.
All right. So we did commercial break. I was just looking to make sure. Yep. So with 6:21 in the third, right now it is a 54-52 game now. So the Knicks on a 7-0 spurt to close with this game within 2 with 6:21 remaining here in the third quarter. Guys, hit the like. Make sure to hit that subscribe for the Louis Sports Network. We are live here in Orlando, Florida, even though we're both in New York, but y'all get my drift. So it's the Amway show. So we're just pretending we're there.
At Walt Disneyland, yeah. Well, here's what's helping the Knicks. Orlando right now is shooting a woeful 4 of 18 from the great beyond, and they're 0 for 5 from long range in the third quarter. Whew.
That definitely helps. J Money, take over. I'll be right back. I'm getting myself
Right.
some snacks right now.
Right. So far in the third quarter, New York, after trailing by 9, it's not starting to get to the rim. I love the beautiful driving kick, and Quinn Grimes able to go bombs away from 3 to pull within 2. So it's a 7-0 Knicks run. Magic, right? If you're the Magic, this has been the issue with the Magic. Sometimes their third quarter is when they start to let the bridge break down from the water. If you look at Orlando, right? Orlando in the third quarter, they're pitiful. They're 26 in third quarter scoring because sometimes they play too much hero ball, and experience is their bugaboo, and that's why you see the Magic pretty much have the third quarter blues a little bit. And the Knicks are making a pay after trailing by 9 to start. And I love the ball movement, though, which is helping New York right now pull within a deuce. And Julius Randle, after the horrible start, he's starting to find his game. 6 of 11 from the field, 16 points. He's doing it all on the 3 ball for the most part. Jalen Brunson has been a godsend, 10 points, 4 of 8. He's doing it all on the mid-range, the floater, and the 3. RJ Barrett's been a woeful 1 for 9, but I love trying to find the open man, so he's starting to play better, doing other things. And Quentin Grimes, man, he has just been stupendous, though. And by the way, this is Evan Fournier's return back to Orlando, by the way, just out there. Because with 7 seasons with the Magic, he banged in 895 trifectas with the Magic, averages 16 points per game, 45% from the field, and a 38% from the heavens. So Evan Fournier's return back to the Magic Kingdom at Amway Center in Orlando. This is the second meeting between the Knickerbockers and the Magic. Orlando lost to New York 115-102 at the Big Apple Madison Square Garden. So Orlando's going to look to inbound the ball and bring the ball right back up court. The Magic looking to turn the tables on the Knicks. Here's Wendell Carter at the top of the key. Wendell Carter able to wiggle, skip to the hoop. No, oh, she is a rainmaker crusher by Markelle Fultz, rocking the rim and making the Knicks fans cry. Markelle Fultz throws it down, 56-52. Julius Randle can't squeeze in the 3. Man, Markelle Fultz, if you're up high, you better sky and fly. Whoo, what a monster mash. And whoops, Stacy, an offensive foul called on the Magic. Wendell Carter misses the floater, and then went Markelle Fultz with the thunder yabby dabby doo slam and jam. Man, dude can soar like an eagle and crush the rack. 10 points by Markelle Fultz, and New York is down by 4. Here's Jalen Brunson able to wiggle and chill, hands up to Randle. Randle backing in the block. Here's Randle, hands off to Grimes. Grimes on the baseline drive, back to Randle. Randle fake the trifecta. Here's Randle backing in the paint, hands up to Barrett. Barrett puts up a 3. He continues to be chillier than a Marvel ice cream. 1 of 10 from the field, though. New York down by 4. Here's Wagner, hands off to Wendell Carter at the top of the key. Feast the Pialo Beast. Here's Pialo able to feast off to Gary Harris on the baseline drive. Here's Harris, beautiful pass to Paulo Bianchero, deflected out. Last touch by the Knicks. So New York down by 4, 56-52, and 40 seconds to go on the 24. With 5:03 to go in the third quarter. And Orlando, like I said, they're 26 in third quarter scoring. New York is 22nd in third quarter scoring. So who's going to break the third quarter bugaboos? We're going to find out. Markelle Fultz trying to inbound the ball, former 76er, by the way. Dishes off to Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter at the right wing. Hands up to Bianchero. Bianchero at the top of the key. He'll fake the trifecta. Here's Bianchero, pushes out Julius Randle. The fader, the wiggle, throws it up. It counts! And the foul! Paolo Bianchero put Randle's head to spin. Throws up the jumper with an N1 to boot. And Paolo Bianchero, it's been a Bianchero bonanza. 8 points in the third quarter for Bianchero. Put him in the book and send him to the line. The hack is on Randle, by the way.
Yeah, it's a foul. I don't know what he's complaining about.
I love Julius Randle, but he has an attitude, man. Randall's a good player, but I think he has an attitude problem sometimes.
It's not sometimes. It's quite often.
Right. Well, Boncaro unable to finish his then he missed a free throw. He's Jalen Brunson on the drive, hands up to Barrett. Barrett for three. Got it. RJ Barrett able to finally ring up a three, and the Knicks within 58-55 in the third quarter with 4:35 to go in the third. Here's Jonathan Isaac coming back from his injury, by the way, on the drive, and hands up to Wendell Carter. Hands off to Markelle Fultz. Markelle Fultz finds Piala Boncaro. This up to Isaac. Isaac in the paint. He's Wendell Carter. Throws it up and able to save by the bell. Scores in the paint, and the Magic quickly responds 60-55. Beautiful interior passing from Jonathan Isaac. Hands off to Wendell Carter. And the Magic up by 5. Jalen Brunson trying to beat the head of the helm. He's Jalen Brunson able to scoop to the hoop. Throws up the floater. Scoop the hoop with the deuce. And a beautiful teardrop, and the Knicks down by 3, 60-57. Jalen Brunson, tough as nails. 3:46 to go in the third quarter. Knicks down by a trifecta, though. Gary Harris at the top of the key. Queen Grice line his grill. Hands it to Jonathan Isaac. Here's Markelle Fultz in the paint. Markelle Fultz with a mid-range shot. Hibbity hop and drop. The ball able to tap dance its way down the cup, and the Magic continue to have answers. 62-57. Orlando. Here's Julius Randle at the left wing. Here's Julius Randle backing in the paint. Here's Randle wiggling and jiggling. Almost loses the rock, but got saved by Piala Boncaro with a bad foul right there. Would have been another turnover. Knicks down by 5 with 3:19 to go in the third quarter, though. Ooh, and that's a good call right there. Randle got absolutely clocked in the rib area. So New York down by a hand with 3:19 to go in the third quarter, though. Orlando's only... If you look at the standings right now, Orlando is only 2.5 behind Chicago and Indiana for 9-10, but Jamal Mosley will look to challenge the call. So the green challenge is on, like go. Magic up 62-57 right now. Beautiful. And bro, when Wendell Carter made a shot, he lost his glasses. Ha ha. Like Velma, I can't see without my glasses. Magic up 62-57.
That's interesting.
Well, like we predicted, New York in the battle, yeah, with Orlando.
Like I said, can't take this team lightly. And, they're close. But like you mentioned that important stat. Both teams struggled to score in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm. Right. And to me, the third quarter of the game, to me, it's been Piala Boncaro. I felt in the first half he was pressing too much, but in the second half and the third, you see him backing guys in the low block really more in the pinch post, and you see him get to the hoop at will. So that's why it's 8 points in the third. And also another unsung hero, Markelle Fultz. Bro, Markelle Fultz has been magical with this team, man.
Yeah, it's a shame that the Sixers mishandled that weird shoulder injury that he had. That situation was so messed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
I don't know if he's ever going to live up to his number one potential. I mean, he did have a lot of hype coming out of college, and I thought he was really good in college. I don't know if he was a number one player, but he didn't go number one. He went he was in the top 3. I do know that though. Yeah. Which draft was he in?
I think he was in the 2017 draft. 2017 draft, yeah. 2017. His first season was 2017-18 year with the Sixers.
Damn, that's Reggie Theus? Oh, wow.
Woo!
I haven't seen Reggie Theus in a minute.
Right. Yeah, he was, if you check the 2017 NBA draft, Markelle Fultz, by the way, Markelle was the number 1 pick, in fact. He was from Washington. Okay. Over Lonzo, over Tatum and Jackson and Fox. Crazy. Boncaro was the number 1 pick of this draft, which we all know.
To think Jason Tatum could have been a Los Angeles Laker.
Yeah. He could have been a Brooklyn Net too, by the way, Jason Tatum.
That would have been hard though, because Brooklyn was not in the top 3 in the draft though, because it was the Lakers, the Celtics, and the Sixers.
No, right. No, you're right. What I meant by that is that remember the Paul Pierce, KG, Jason Terry trade. 2 of those picks was Tatum and Brown, literally.
Oh no, I know.
Right. He's Julius Randle able to jabbing, wabbing, wiggling, jiggling, losing his mind. He's Brunson. He'll shoot a 3-pointer and able to shot clock cheese it. Man,
Okay, Jalen, I see you.
Jalen Brunson, smooth like water. He keeping the Knicks right in business. New York down by 62-60. Here's Marquette Falls, posting up JB11. Here's Falls hands to Brian Carroll. Suey Mama!
But Julius Randle,
yeah,
he continues to fall asleep. How did you let Banchero just cut to the basket and you didn't even try to face guard him? That was a stupid on his part.
Just stupid and just lazy, and Walt Frazier would cry to sleep with that. Boncaro with 10 points in the third quarter, and Julius Randle almost loses the ball but gets it right back. Here's Randle, throws it up, and I don't know what the heck he was doing, gets rejected emphatically by the leaping Jonathan Isaac. And what's going on? So 2:21 in the third quarter. Did they call a foul? Okay, Randle has to watch his attitude. He has to watch his attitude. He has to watch his attitude. Watch your attitude, man. I can understand him complaining sometimes, but he has to watch his attitude, man.
Let me see. No,
Ooh,
there's no
was
foul. You saw the foul?
Yeah, hit him on the arm right here, I think. Yeah. Hit him on the arm right there. But Julius Randle gets the culprit with the tech, so Piala Boncaro will be at the freebie stripe, and he able to cash in the freebie. Piala Boncaro with the Ocean's 11 points in the third. Randle and his attitude.
That is the part. Yeah, he got hit in the hand.
And I don't blame Randle. He got hacked. I don't blame Randle for that though. He got fouled. Could be a big break for the Magic though. And hey, Jonathan Isaac right back from his return. Remember he missed 2 years because of a knee injury. What do you think about Jonathan Isaac, Big Lou?
Really good player, really good defensive player. Has to work on his offense, but he needs time to develop again, especially because he's coming off an injury. So it's a lot of things he has to work on. Defensively, he's a stud, but he needs more time to play and shake off the rust because he hasn't played in 2 years.
Right. And right now, and speaking of shaking up the rust, Orlando's trying to shake New York off their back because Isaiah Hartenstein gets called for the hack and whack, and Mo Wagner will get his keister to the free throw line, though. So Orlando has outscored New York is outscored Orlando 20-18. But remember, the Magic has scored the last 3 points. So now 65-60 Magic, and Mo Wagner able to nail the first free throw. Hey, Ricky Reddick Bowe, former world heavyweight champion of the world, in the house.
Man, such a talented heavyweight boxer. My dad used to watch him. Rick Big Daddy Bowe.
Mm-hmm.
Talented heavyweight champion. He just didn't have the drive to continue his career. His career got cut short.
Right. And speaking of the drive, Jalen Brunson's trying to drive the Knicks to a win. Here's Jalen Brunson feeds up to JR30. Here's Randle trying to shift gears. Here's Randle hands to the Hartenstein. And IQ, his head stuck in the freezer, loses the ball, and the Magic will get the ball right back. Piala Boncaro up court, hands up to Cole Anthony, who can really light it up from three. Here's Jalen Suggs, throws the ball back to Cole Anthony, who's trying to sizzle right now. Here's Piala Boncaro, bounce pass to Jalen Suggs. Suggs to Isaac, and they lose the rock. Here's New York on the push. Here's Grimes, 3-pointer, throws up a cinder block. Here's Quigley. Quigley will shoot a 3-baller. No, third bite at the apple. Here's Julius Randle, pass it to Quigley. Quigley puts up a 3, nails the trifecta. If at first you don't succeed, try and keep trying again. And Quigley nails the 3, and the Knicks within 4, 67-63, Orlando. New York right now is 5 of 12 from downtown. Orlando, a frigid cold 0 of 5 from the great beyond the third. Oh. Here's Wagner in the paint, throws it up, chips it up, and can put it in. Ihart come flying in for the rebound. New York with a 2-for-1 break. 52 seconds to go in the third. Here's Jalen Brunson, bounce pass to Ihart. Ihart hands up to Quigley. Quigley will fake the trifecta. Quigley will play ring around the rosy. Here's Wagner right on Quigley's grill. He's Quigley in the paint, throws up the foot, puts it up, and squeezes it in. It made with Quigley quickly bringing the Knicks within 2. New York down 67-65 with 32 seconds to go. So after the quick spurt by the Magic, New York ain't going away. Here's Cole Anthony with the mid-range shot. Got it. Cole Anthony nails the J, and the Magic with a punch back. 69-65 Orlando with 21 seconds to go. A 1 second difference between shot and game clock. Jalen Brunson, who has been cool as ice, bringing the ball up court. Jalen Suggs right on his grill like a hound in your backyard. Here's Jalen Brunson, hands up to Randall. Randall in the paint, whacked, jack, and slacked, and he will get himself to the free throw line, though. So 4 seconds to go in the third quarter. New York right now in a 4-point haul at the Magic game in Orlando, and Mo Wagner will get himself called for his second personal foul. So Julius Randle, who's doing a whole lot of breathing and calming down at the free throw line, he'll shoot the first free throw, and it will doink and clink. Ay, caramba. Julius Randle misses the free throw. New York down by 4. 69-65 Orlando. Orlando will at least get the last shot. Jericho Sims coming from the point, sitting down Jalen Brunson, and Jalen Brunson keeping the Knicks in the game right now. So Julius Randle calming the free throw line, trying to split the difference at the line. And this time he does. Randle rings up the second free throw. Jalen Suggs throws up a Tom Brady-like pass, and it goes no cigar. Jericho Sims saves it. He throws it up. Oh! Jericho Sims almost hit a bullet, but couldn't get it in. Bro, Jericho Sims almost hit a 9-1-1 shot, but the rim says hell no. But after 3, New York hanging in, 69-66. Orlando keeping New York at bay after 3.
The Knicks cut it to 2 on 2 different occasions in this third quarter. 62-60 and then 67-65.
Mm-hmm.
See, the Knicks right now are in a position to win this game now. Excuse me. The Magic only had 21 points in the third quarter. Remember, this was 54-45. Since then, the Knicks have outscored the Magic 21-15. So they outscored them by 6 to cut this lead to 3.
Right.
But ladies and gentlemen, look at the score. Neither team has cracked 70 points in 3 quarters, so both teams are not shooting the ball well.
Yeah, Orlando 47% from the field. But here's why Orlando's not up bigger. They are a woeful 4 of 18 from downtown. And remember, Big Lou, they misfired on all 5 of the threes in the third quarter. New York right now shooting 40% from the field. I know they're 10 for 33 from 3, but remember, the New York was what? 5 of 13 from 3 in the third?
Yeah.
So, yeah. If you look at the rebounding into why this game is close, the Knickerbockers both teams were even at rebounding in the third. New York has 34 rebounds, Orlando 30. But if the Knicks want to win this game, if New York wants to win this game, they got to make their free throws. They missed 4 free throws. Orlando's missed 5. So free throw shit could come to bite both teams, though.
The Knicks are better there to do a better job defensively. Orlando is plus 12 in the paint, despite only shooting 4 for 18 from downtown.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks are plus 18 from 3, and the Magic are plus 12 in the.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. But you know who's been a saving grace for us? Jalen Brunson with 15. He's been big time in this game. Even Optimus Grimes. I know he only has 9 points, but Crane Grimes has played well, going to the rim, hitting threes, hitting a 3, I should say, and even Maywood Quigley. He was 3 for 9 in the first half. He came alive in the third, hit the big 3 at the right corner, and the beautiful teardrop to put the Knicks back in it. So it's a Baker dozen. What's your keys for both teams, for New York and Orlando?
I'm going to say this right now. I don't want him handling the ball, trying to create his own shot. Jalen Brunson is clearly the best on our team at creating his own shot, and does it more efficiently than Julius Randle will ever even think about. Start of the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. G Money, take it away.
All right. Here's Quigley, hands up to Barrett. Barrett, butt naked, open for three. The bank is open at Tuesday nights, and New York has come from the dead and tied the game at 69. RJ Barrett now starting to come alive. Here's Mo Wagner at the top of the key, trying to feed it in to Jalen Suggs. He's Jalen Suggs. Wagner takes the mid-range shot and able to respond right back. Jalen Suggs with a lightning quick jump shot, and the Magic back up at deuce, 71-69 Orlando. Here's the Hartenstein Frankenstein, hands up to Quigley. He's Quigley. He'll fake the trifecta. He's Quigley wiggling and jiggling. He'll take the step back three. Bobby smack. And the Knicks get their first lead of the second half. New York on the high side, 72-71. And Mo Wagner sending the high screen to Cole Anthony. Hands up to Wagner. Mo Wagner at the top of the key. Here's Mo Wagner feeds off to Bobo. Bobo back to Cole Anthony. The high screen. Here's Cole Anthony guarded by McBride, who's a lockdown defender. 4 seconds to go on the 24. Here's Cole Anthony on the drive. He'll take the mid-range shot. Won't go. Jalen Suggs from the pine. He throws up the floater. Can't squeeze it in. Another crack at the apple. Here's Jalen Suggs. Can't squeeze it in. Another rebound. Mo Wagner puts it up and in. Yes. And one. Cool cats. Mo Wagner, Johnny on the spot with the and one. And the Magic leapfrogging to the lead, 73-72. And if you look at Mo Wagner, he's been a dog. It's his first bucket of the game, which is crazy, though.
First of all,
yeah.
Sorry. If you're the Knicks, you allow 4 offensive rebounds on that possession. That's not cool. That's why the Magic are at the free throw line getting that and one by
Mo Wagner.
By Wagner. You got to secure the defensive rebound because now you're down 2 when you just had a 1-point lead.
Agreed. So now Deuce McBride bringing the ball up court, feeds off to the scorching night man with Quigley. Here's IQ able to hands off to Obi Toppin. Here's Barrett at the top of the key. Bobo right on his grill. Here's Barrett open for 3. Throws up a brick, and Jonathan Isaac leaping in with the rebound. Here's Cole Anthony at the top of the key. Here's Mo Wagner in the high screen. Here's Cole Anthony fans of the Isaac. Isaac, long-range bomb. Right side. Another offensive board by Suggs. Here's Cole Anthony wiggling G. Step back, 3-pointer. Ay, caramba. Cole Anthony throws up a UFO in Atlanta on Mars, and the Knicks will get the ball right back. And Cole Anthony's had a tough performance. 3 for 7 from the field, and that's just a bad shot by Cole Anthony. He should have just gone scoop to the hoop right there. So New York down by 2, 9:47 to go in the third quarter. It's been a defensive grind, I should say, in this game. Here's the man with Quigley at the left wing. Jalen Suggs hounding him. Here's Obi Toppin at the left wing. Feeds the needed to RJ Barrett, who's starting to come alive a little bit. Here's Barrett on the spin, the drive. Here's Toppin. Toppin puts up a 3. Won't go. Rebound by Bobo. And Orlando now trying to start with order now. Here's Franz Wagner, shovels it back to Bobo, bounce pass to Wagner. He's Wagner in the block trying to do the fake intake. He's Wagner, hands up to the Wagner bro. Here's Franz Wagner, guard by RJ Barrett. Here's Mo Wagner, 3-pointer, bang! Mo Wagner drills the trifecta, and the Knicks now getting punched in the schnoz, down by 5, 6-0 run by the Magic. In fact, a 6-0 Mo run. Bigger Mo. Here's Emmanuel Quigley at the top of the key, loses the ball, gets the ball right back. Here's Jalen Suggs on his grill. Here's Quigley, hands up to McBride. McBride puts up the 3-pointer. Won't go. Offensive board by Obi Toppin. Toppin to Quigley. Quigley for 3. He's got it. Emmanuel Quigley keeping the Knicks temperature alive. Emmanuel Quigley with his 18th point in the game has been the energizer bunny night. Knicks down 77-75 with 8:20 to go in the fourth quarter, though. Here's Mo Wagner sending the high screen to Franz Wagner. Here's Mo Wagner, puts up another 3. He is hotter than a sauna. 9 big Uber points for Mo Wagner. It's been a Mo massacre in Orlando. Magic up 80-75. The ball deflected out by Jalen Suggs. 8 minutes to go. Orlando up 80-7. And bro, it's been a Mo show in the fourth quarter. What do you think about that, Big Lou?
That's not good if you're the Knicks and you're letting Wagner go off. Got to chase him off the 3-point line.
Agreed, because he could stroke it from the great beyond. 9 big points in the fourth quarter. Have all 9 points for the Magic, by the way. So here's Hartenstein hands off to Emmanuel Quigley. Quigley at the top of the key. Here's IQ, who's had his big fourth quarter himself. Here's IQ hands up to Ihart. Here's Quigley hands up to Ihart. Ihart dis to Barrett. Barrett with the floater. Can't put up and in. RJ Barrett with another offensive rebound. And gee whiz! A over and back foul by Ihart, man. Knicks fans are sweating bullets right now. And the Magic will get the ball right back with 7:45 to go in the fourth stanza. Wow. Remember when Lou and I said that this game will be a nail biter? The Magic have not disappointed. It's been a huge nail biter right now. Jalen Brunson in the game right now. Here's Mo Wagner bounces the orange ball to Cole Anthony, who's a killer in close games like this. Here's Mo Wagner, shoves the ball back to Franz Wagner. Here's Mo Wagner. He will elbow check the three, the spin, the boogie, the shimmy shake, fills it up. Yes! And it's a travel. He ended up traveling and waggling to the rim. And New York will get a big bailout call. Ooh, because he's trying to up fake Jericho Sims, but Jericho Sims was not having it though. And also Mo Wagner was putting for
He shoveled his feet after that spin.
Yeah. That could be big that could be a big break for the Knicks. Here's Jalen Brunson, who's been cool like an ice. Here's Brunson with the spin, throws up to Barrett. Here's RJ Barrett in the paint, throws up the floater, and he's able to put it up at home. RJ Barrett now starting to boil in the second half, and the Knicks down by 3, 80-77, with 7 minutes to go at the Magic Kingdom in Orlando. Orlando trying to make New York disappear. Here's Franz Wagner at the top of the key, hands off to Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner in the paint, throws it up. The bank is closed, but RJ Barrett will get him. Is part of the foul demons, and he's called for it. So 6:56 to go in the fourth. Orlando over New York in the nail biter, 80-77 at the Magic Kingdom.
Earl Phillips says Lakers need a win tonight. No, they need to win to stay in the standings. I mean, they're right there. The fact that they're 13th and OKC is above them, that should tell you something.
True, and Los Angeles is only a game and a half behind Utah right now. Yep.
Utah is 8th, right?
The Jazz are 10.
Oh, they're 10th? Wow.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of shoveling in these last couple of games because they were just a couple of games.
Mm-hmm. Man.
Okay, the Mavericks are 5th. The Clippers are 4th.
Mm-hmm. The Suns are 6th. The Warriors are 7. The T-Wolves are 8. The Pels are 9. The Jazz are 10. The Blazers are 11. The Thunder at 12, and the Lakers at 13th.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the Lakers are in Golden State this Saturday. Oh, by the way, upcoming national TV schedule here on the Louis Sports Network. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock. We have Kyrie Irving's first game as a Dallas Maverick with Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavs. They're going to be taking on Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and the Los Angeles Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is starting to play better, and that's a good sign. Just no more low management days so that it stop screwing up the chemistry. But yeah, definitely playing better. On top of that, ladies and gentlemen, then on Thursday, we got the Bucks and the Los Angeles Lakers right here also on the Louis Sports Network. So make sure you guys pull up for all those games. I also will be doing live streams, so it won't just be me doing basketball games. I had a lot of fun doing yesterday's live stream and definitely the live stream with Kyrie on Sunday. That was great. I'm going to be doing more of those. And then again, I want to get you guys' opinions on these topics. So definitely pull up when I'm not doing these games. I'm going to try to get back on to the live streams. I thought the live streams were great. It was great interaction. A lot of fun. Let me see. Earl Phillips says the West is wide open. Exactly. The Lakers have a chance to be in 3rd place despite they're only 4 games under 500. That's what's so crazy.
That's true. And did you see that little did you see the Magic Monster walloping the Knicks box? Man, that's crazy. And speaking of monsters, Mo Wagner has been scaring the EBGBs out of the Knicks in the fourth quarter. 9 big points in the fourth quarter, 3 for 3 from the field, including 2 enormous bombs for Orlando, 80-77. Orlando. with 6:56 to go, as Franz Wagner would get himself to the freebie stripe, and he's able to nail the first free throw. Magic up 81-77. And keep this in mind, New York, keep this in mind, just in case the game does come down to the bitter end. Keep this in mind, right? New York is 15-14 in the clutch. Orlando, on the other end, is 11-17 in the clutch in that same situation. So you better buckle up your seatbelts. We're coming in for a landing. So Franz Wagner nails the freebies. Magic up a hand. Here's Jalen Brunson bounce pass to Quigley. Here's Barrett. Barrett open for three. Able to ring it home. RJ Barrett starting to boil. And New York is within 80-80. RJ Barrett with a big time second half. 15 points. After he started off 1 for 7 the first, 1 for 10, and he's been big. Here's Franz Wagner in the block. RJ Barrett right guard on his Schnazzola. Here's Franz Wagner backing in the paint. Here's Franz Wagner waggling and jaggling. 2 seconds to go on the 24. Franz Wagner can't squeeze it up and in, but another offensive rebound by the Magic. Man, Orlando's been the Magic demons on the board. Here's Mo Wagner. He shoots another 3, fills up a clunkaroo. This time he misses. Wow. So here's RJ Barrett bring the ball up. New York with a chance to leapfrog into the lead. Here's RJ Barrett in the paint. Here's RJ Barrett on the drive. Here's Barrett with the lob. Jericho Sims simming his way to the rim, and the Knicks punch back and ties the game. 82. Wow. Beautiful pass, man. And New York's showing a lot of resilience right now. So it's 82-all with 5:3 to go in the fourth and final quarter. Here's Mo Wagner feeds the beast to Fultz. His Fultz hands it to Mo Wagner. Mo Wagner skying and diving. Mo Wagner continues to dominate. An Ocean's 11 points in the fourth quarter, matching Brunson's jersey number. Good golly. Magic up 84-82 at the Magic Kingdom. Here's Mary Quigley on the job. His topping, trying to slice and dice, can't squeeze it up and in, but a blocking foul is called
on Wagner.
Mo Wagner, though, saved by the bell. Yo, Lou, Mo Wagner continues to eviscerate the Knicks in the fourth quarter. Beautiful drive there.
Yeah, but that was terrible defense by Jericho Sims, though. And that was a nice move by Obi Toppin. I mean, that the way he just floated in the air with that scoop layup, even though he didn't make it, he drew a blocking foul on Mo Wagner. But that was a really nice move. I wish he would have finished that for an and one, but he's got to make these 2 free throws. He's a big right here. He knocks down the first. And we got ourselves an 84-83 basketball game. Smash the like, hit that subscribe.
Crush those likes. Come on, people. It's a battle tonight. It's who battle of attrition. Smash those likes. Come on.
Right now, 84-83. Knicks trail by 1. Usually under the 6-minute mark is usually where the Magic, they kind of tend to let you back in the game. Here's Obi, but he misses the free throw, gets his own rebound, puts it up, misses. Sims gets the offensive rebound, kicks it out quickly for 3 in the corner, can't hit. Another offensive rebound. Sims puts it up, ducks it in.
Yes,
take the lead.
Yes, Jericho Sims. Yes, Jericho Sims flying from the blind side to crush it in, and New York is on top, 84-80. 85-84, a 8-2 New York sprint. Here's Wendell Carter at the left, at the right elbow. Here's Wendell Carter, fans up to Piala Boncaro, who's been a dog tonight. Here's Piala Boncaro at the top of the key. Here's Boncaro to Markel Fultz to spin. The boogie, and the bake. Woo!
That was a tough shot.
Dude, he just made the Knicks' head spin out of their body. Tough indeed. And Orlando,
like a spin cycle on a washing machine.
Tell me about it, though, man. And man, I know Orlando. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Dope. Step back,
mid-range. And even though Emmanuel quickly got the moves put on him, he still stayed with him and was able to put a hand up. So that was still, he was able to stay with him. That was good defense, better offense.
That's
I can move my fault.
Big time. So Jericho Sims trying to hand off to Emmanuel Quigley. New York down by a penny. 86-85 before 8 to go in the fourth quarter. Here's IQ, hands up to Randall. Randall faked the 3. Randall in the paint. Here's Randall on the spin. And they're about to waste the shot clock. 0.1 seconds to go. Franz Wagner had too much long nails. tips the ball away, and 0.1 seconds to go. You got to tip it in if you're in New York at this point. RJ Barrett, 0.1 seconds on the shot clock, I'm saying, has to maybe throw up a lob here, and it's deflected out, shot clock violation, and Orlando will look to pad their lead up by 1 with 86-85 to go. 4:01 to go in the fourth and final stanza. The Orlando Magic making the Knicks fans sweat bullets right now. 3:58 to go in the fourth. Orlando trying to get their first win over New York this season, by the way. After losing them by 14. Here's Franz Wagner able to shimmy his way to the rim. Beautiful cut to the rim. And Orlando continues to surge up by 3. 88-84 Magic with 3:40 to go in the fourth quarter, though. Here's Jalen Brunson able to dance and prance. Here's Brunson at the elbow. Here's Brunson with the beautiful floater and able to get it up and home. And one to boot, though. Jalen Brunson continues to stay the shit for the Knicks. And a big-time 17 points for JB11. And he'll have a chance to deadlock the game down by 1. What do you think about Jalen Brunson, Big Lou? Cool, calm, collected.
No, Jalen Brunson is the type of player you need in this type of situation. I mean, let's face it. He's our best shot creator, and he's our best go-to scorer down the stretch. Mm-hmm. It's very simple. We don't have somebody. I can't even say Julius Randle is that type of player because he tends to disappear. And these guys, he did miss that free throw, which I'm not happy about. I would have tied the game.
That big bingo. I agree with you 100%, Lou. I agree with you. Best clutch player on our team. Here's Franz Wagner at the top of the key, dishes the ball back to Wendell Carter. Your hands are sweaty. And Jalen Brunson coming in from the blind side. Beautiful.
What a move.
What a move. What a juke.
That was a bad bounce pass.
Here's Randall. He'll fake the 3. Here's Randall jab stepping and
No, don't take that shot.
He's Randall, hands up to Quigley. Quigley feeds up back to JR30. Randall, 3-pointer. It's good. Julius Randle rings it up from downtown, and the Knicks with a 2-point advantage. Julius Randle coming alive. And New York is up 90-88 at the Magic Kingdom, though. Here's Markelle Fultz on the drive. Yes, it counts and the foul. Markelle Fultz tap dances his way to the rim, puts a little cherry on top of the cupcake, and he will have a chance for a 3-point play.
Wait, where's the foul?
With 16, and where's the hack?
Where is the foul? That must have been that was a phantom call because I didn't see a foul.
Come on, dog.
Anyway, with 2:40 remaining in the fourth quarter, we're tied at 90, and Markelle Fultz with a chance to get a 3-point play in a close game. We are tied. Randall hit a big 3, but I honestly was like, don't shoot it, because I felt like there's a lot of times from that right side, Randall tends to shoot bricks on the other side of the basket. It'll hit the backboard and then go on the other side. So I've seen a lot of ugly 3s that he has shot from that side of the floor. But he got this one to go, though, so I got to give him credit. And it helps us because we went up 2, but then we come back and just give up an and 1.
Markelle
I don't agree. I don't agree with the foul. I don't even think Jalen Brunson even touched him, but he got a phantom call. Mm-hmm. But both teams have missed their free throws. So if we're lucky, he misses this one, and we can come back and just go back up again.
Agreed. Like you said, both teams have had an adventure at the line. New York 7 of 13 at the free throw stripe. Orlando 4 of 19 at the charity stripe. So New York has missed 6 free throws. Orlando's clunked 5 freebies. But it may come down to the final possession. It may come down to the bitter end. Who is going to rise from the crop? Who is going to put their X on their opponent? Deadlock at 90. And remember, like I said, New York is 15-14 in the clutch. Orlando is 11-17 in the clutch. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But speaking of clutch, remember last time against the Clippers, Nate Batum, the Knicks were up by 3, and then Nate Batum just canned in the 9-1-1 banger and went to overtime. Knicks should have gotten a rebound there. Or you could have fouled at least, like Paul George.
Mm-hmm.
That could play a factor. That could play a huge factor, though. And who knows? We could have an overtime. Who knows? We could have an overtime, though. So right now, the Magic ladies are trying to bring in some magic and some joy and Amory Sander. New York and Orlando deadlock at 90. And the play of the game, bro, the Markel Fultz Thunder Ring Maker Monster Mash. Hoo-wee! Flying like an eagle. Wow. Markel Fultz has just been the saving grace for the Magic. 16 points tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And look at this, 4 rebounds. His mid-range shots been falling, getting to the hoop at well, trying to give Orlando the advantage right back. New York in a dog war, in a tug of war, I should say, with Orlando, deadlock at 90. Markel Fultz at the free throw line, able to cash it in, 17 points for Fultz, and the Knicks down by a cent, 91-90 Orlando, and just a bad foul of your Markel Fultz right there. Trying to hound Brunson. You got to just let time off the clock right there. So the Knicks will look to inbound, look to get the way to the cup. So Jalen Brunson, who has been the Knicks' most ice-cold clutch shooting on this team, Jalen Brunson at the left wing, dancing and prancing, wiggling and jiggling, step back, Bobby Jack. Jalen Brunson continues to sizzle, and the Knicks are up by 92-91 with 2:20 to go in the fourth quarter, though. Well, Markel Fultz bringing the ball up court, wiggling and jiggling, bounce passing to Gary Harris. Here's Harris to Piala Boncaro. Boncaro back in the paint. Here's Boncaro with the floor. Can't squeeze it up. And then another offensive rebound. Here's Fultz. Fultz for 3. No siree dog, though. Markel Fultz chokes to 3. And the Knicks back up, still up by 1. Here's Marion quickly bounce pass to Julius Randle. Randle at the left elbow. Here's Randle faking and taking. Fultz around his grill. Almost loses the ball. And, of course, Julius Randle screws to Pooch with a travel. And the Magic with a chance
Yet again
to skyrocket the lead. Beautiful.
What is this guy doing?
Come on, JR30. Get your head out of the ringer, man. Go to the rim. You don't need to. You don't need to be fancy.
He cannot dribble the basketball. Look at that. Even when he started to move, he lost his balance. He can't dribble the basketball. I'm sorry.
And it's Tips. No, there's oh boy. Here's here's Wendell Carter needs some medical assistance though. Trying to get his glasses to see the game on straight. Orlando down by a single penny, 92-91 New York over Orlando. New York, this is the second out of 3 meetings between the Knicks and the Magic. The next meeting between these two squads will be in March 23rd back at Amway Center in Orlando, though. So right now, both teams Orlando trying to get some payback on New York. New York on the other end trying to go 2 for 2 on Orlando. So
hold on,
yeah.
Sorry, man, real quick. Earl says load management is cheating the fans. Well, absolutely, but I know there's a lot of people who kind of feel different, but I do agree with you. And Brunson, be balling out. Yeah, best player on the team. All right, take it back, G-Money. We got 137 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Right. Here's Wendell Carson, the high screen. Here's Wendell Carter, hands up to Gary Harris. Gary Harris pass up to Markel Fultz. Markel Fultz wiggling and jiggling. The spin, the boogie, the shit. Oh, gee whiz! Markel Fultz with no regard for human souls. Markel Fultz just put the Knicks in the spinorama and absolutely detonate on the rim. Orlando up 93-92 on New York. What a ball game. Here's Brunson wiggling and jiggling, pulls up the floater. It's good. Jalen Brunson, Markel Fultz doing Orlando. 94-93 Knickerbockers with 1:13 to go. 1:10 to go. Who's going to flinch first? We'll just have to see. Here's Franz Wagner at the top of the key. Wendell Carson on the high screen. Here's Piala Boncaro on the drive. Throws up, close to Houdini. Oh! Piala Boncaro misses the Houdini, and the Knicks get a big break right there. New York up 94-93 with 4.8 seconds to go, trying to put this game on ice. Here's Jalen Brunson at the left elbow. Here's Jalen Brunson. Here's Jalen Brunson with the pass. Here's Sims with the crush.
Let's go.
Have the match. And New York is up by 3.
Let's go. Woo! Smash it like it. That's subscribe. Knicks up 3 with 39.8 seconds remaining.
Man, what it do? in the match. And Pierre Carroll is hopping mad right now. He had the layup and just rimmed out. But Jalen Brunson has just went tic-tac-toe on the Magic, though. But, bro, look at this dynamite sledgehammer by Markelle Fultz that gave the Magic the lead. And then Jalen Brunson, once again, able to retaliate. And Jericho Sims able to finish his dinner.
But you see what Jalen Brunson did, though? He drew the defense. He got the matchup he wanted. He did an in-and-out move, was able to get to the middle, drew a double, and that left that player who was guarding Sims, took him off, and Sims got a wide-open dunk by just cutting to the rim. And that was just great recognition by Jalen Brunson on that pass to give us a 3-point lead.
Fast. Jalen Brunson.
Here's the Magic's quick upcoming schedule. They got the Nuggets on Thursday. They got the Miami Heat on Friday, so they're in a back-to-back. They got the Raptors, I believe, on Sunday.
Yeah, they got the Nuggets, Heat, Raptors, and they got the Bulls in there, yeah. And then the All-Star break.
And then it's the break. So they only got 4 games left after today. All-Star break, final game of the first half is going to be on February 16th because All-Star weekend is from February 17th to the 19th. And ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know, it is Michael Jordan's birthday on February 17th. He is turning the Magic 6-0, 60 years old. Charles Barkley's birthday is also this month. It's 3 days after MJ. Here's a three-pointer, and it's missed.
Wagner, three-pointer, it's filled up a cinder block. And Julius Randle called for a timeout. Okay. Man,
if you're the New York Knicks, run off a lot of clock and try to get a good shot. That's the only thing you can really do because the Magic are going to try to pressure you. Hopefully, you don't turn the ball over because that's the one concern I have. I still think about those 9 points in 33 seconds scored by Luka Doncic and the Mavs. We've seen some crazy stuff happen.
True, man. That's crazy. Also, the Reggie Miller situation. New
8
York
points in 9 seconds. I mean, different time period, but I see what you mean. Then you got Tracy McGrady, 13 points in 35 seconds. So we've seen
against San Antonio. Yep. All right. So if you're Orlando, you're down by 3. What will you do right now? Will you just pressure quick? What will you do if you're the Magic?
I would try to pressure the Knicks for maybe like a couple of seconds, and then after that, I would try to foul and play the free throw game because the Knicks have not shot the free throws well tonight. They've missed 6 free throws?
Yeah,
so
New York has mistakes, yeah.
But the Magic's 3-point defense has been awful. I mean, the Knicks have gotten 17 more shot attempts from 3, but they are plus 27 from the 3-point line, which has been part of – and they've shot the ball better in the second half from the 3-point line. And, if you're the Magic – well, Jay said it best, man. In the final 6 minutes, the Magic will let you back in the game. But, hey, we've seen the Knicks blow these kind of leads down the stretch too. So we'll see what the Knicks do. Can they hold on? And we don't see our overtime game. But like G-Money said, it's possible that we might see an overtime game.
It's very possible. 31.8 seconds to go. New York trying to put the game away. Here's Randall, hands up to Jalen Brunson, who has been huge tonight. It's an 8-second difference in game clock and shot clock. 26 seconds to go. Here's Wagner on Brunson. Here's Brunson to drive. Hands up to Randall. Randall, 3-pointer, throws up a cinder block, and Wendell Carter flies in for the ball. Man, Julius Randle had a chance to put the game on ice, and the Magic with a chance to potentially save face and send the game to overtime. 16 seconds to go. New York up 96-93. It was a driving kick. Randle was at the left wing and just couldn't capitalize.
You know what? I know Randle got an open shot, but I would have loved for Jalen Brunson to create something to get his own shot in that situation. Agreed. That's just me.
I agree. He had an open lane. He had a lane. If you're the Magic, you're down by 3. Who you pass the ball to? Because you're going to need a 3-point shot.
Is Wagner in the lineup? Because if he's in the lineup, I want the ball in his hands. He's been the best. He's been the best performer in the fourth quarter. And
no, Mo Wagner's not there. Franz Wagner's in.
Oh, he's in?
Yeah.
I was asking if Mo was because Mo was the one that was scoring most of those points in the fourth for the Magic. That's why I said I wish he was in the lineup because I would have put the ball in his hands. But since Fritz Wagner's in there, might want to have to give it up to him.
True. And if you're Jamal Mosley, I would have Cole Anthony in the game. I would have to call Anthony the game because he can hit big shots for you though.
Why
Well,
isn't he in the game? I don't understand this.
I don't get this. So let's see. It's Markel Fultz, Mo Wagner, it's Markel Fultz, Gary Harris, Mo Wagner, Pierre Boncaro, and Wendell Carter. So let's see. The inbound. Here's Boncaro. Boncaro faked the trifecta. Boncaro faked and take. Back to Franz Wagner. He's right on the drive. The slice and the rim crusher. Managed within a point, 96-95 with 10 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, though. If you're in New York, you kill some time here. And Tibbs will look to call his last and final timeout. Knicks up by a single digit, 96-95 at the furious Magic Kingdom, mind you, with 10 seconds to go. Wow. Quick two by, and beautiful defense by Jericho Sims right there, staying on Pierre Boncaro right there. And then Frost Ragnar able to throw it down, which is good if you're in the Knicks because you're up by 3. You don't need to give them a 3, so that's good if you're in New York.
Actually, this scenario falls good into the Magic's hands because they didn't get the 3, and that was good because then if they missed, they were going to have to force a foul. So at least a good thing is you extend the game a little bit longer. The Knicks gave you the freebie shot to the freebie run to the rim. So now what you got to do with the Magic is you got to foul right away. You don't even
or
need
5-second call, or you get a 5-second call. Who knows?
Yeah, if they can do that. The Knicks can't fall for that because then I don't really trust the Knicks defense if they get a 5-second call because now it's like you give the momentum to the Magic. All they got to do is they just need a 2. They don't even need a 3 to try to win the game.
True.
Man, it's amazing what happened to Gary Harris. Like his career's fallen off ever since the injuries.
Tell me about it. Though. If you're Orlando, I'll let the ball go to Julius Randle and you foul him or even RJ Barrett. If you're in New York, get the ball into Jalen Brunson or Emmanuel Quigley's hands now. So Jalen Brunson's look to inbound the ball, looks to find Knickerbocker buddy right now. Jalen Brunson needs help.
JR got away with an offensive foul though.
Big time.
Got lucky.
Big time lucky though. So saved by the bell right there. And Jalen Brunson will get him keys to the line. And Jalen Brunson's usually the most reliable free throw shooter other than Quigley. But Brunson did miss a big free throw earlier. Don't forget about that. Yeah, Randall got away with a push-off, though. Could be an offensive foul on Randall. Who knows what could have happened? Ooh. So let's see. So Brunson at the free throw strike. New York up by 1. He's Jalen Brunson with the first free throw shot, able to cash it home. New York up by a deuce. Jalen Brunson has been a saving grace for the Knicks. 22 points for Jalen Brunson, though. New York up by 3. Jalen Brunson, a cool, calm, collected 84% at the free throw stripe, though. He's Jalen Brunson at the free throw line. He puts it up, knocks it down. Knicks up by
timeouts.
Orlando with no timeouts. Orlando's going to look to push. Here's
quick foul.
He's quick foul. That's smart. So,
they had a public give. Oh, that's okay. I thought it was a little too. Oh, wait, no.
No, they're in the bonus. And Markel Fultz is shooting 73% at the line. Markel Fultz. So keep that in mind. If you're Fultz, will you make the first, miss the second on purpose, or just make both? What will you do?
Well, he just made the first one, so it looks like he's going to have to miss the second one on purpose if they're going to go for the tie.
Tie, or even for the win. Could be a driving kick. Who knows? Could be.
If the Magic get the offensive rebound.
Yeah,
the Magic get the offensive rebound.
Right. So New York up 98-96 with 6.3 seconds to go. Let's see. Markel Fultz throws up the free throw. He knocks it down. It's a 1-point game. Randall hands up to Brunson, and Brunson continues to get hacked and slacked and who'll get himself shimmy his way to the free throw line. And Jalen Brunson has just been magnificent. New York up by 1, 98-97. Jalen Brunson with a LeBron James-esque 23 points, really because of beautiful floaters, dagger threes, get himself to the line. So Orlando trying to extend this game as long as he can. So 5.3 seconds to go. Knicks up by a single point. Jalen Brunson 2 for 3 at the line. He just made 2 freebies. No timeouts from either squad. Here's Jalen Brunson with his first free throw shot. That will spin around my end, just barely squeaked in. Brunson nails it. So So let's see. New York up 99-97 with 5.3 seconds to go. So if you're Jalen Brunson, you make the free throw, you're up by 3, and you foul if you're New York. What do you think, Lou?
Well, we just made the second one, so 5.3 seconds. Magic out of timeouts. They inbound the ball. Here's Banchero, and we got another foul.
Which is smart. Which is smart. Because remember, against the Clippers, they didn't do that when they're up by 3, which is smart.
Yeah.
Which is smart. Because you don't want to give up a 3 like I always tell people. New York up 197, 3.5 seconds to go. If you're Banchero, make the first, miss the second on purpose, get the offensive rebound like what Luka Doncic did against the Knicks in December. So Piala Banchero at the free throw stripe, he'll shoot the first free throw, and he's able to get it to go. New York up by deuce, 198. No timeout for either squad. Jericho Sims coming in from the pine with 3.5 seconds to go. So let's see. So Piala Banchero has a chance to either slice the lead to a single point or get an offensive rebound with a chance to tie or even potentially win it. Jonathan Isaac and Bobo able to fly in from the bench, though. Jamal Mosley trying to pull up a magic trick down the stretch, no pun intended. So Orlando down by a deuce, 3.5 seconds to go. Piala Banchero will look to pull the slice lead within 1. Randall trying to get to the other side of the court. I don't know what Randall's doing right now. Randall, you don't want to screw the push right now. So let's see. Piala Banchero at the freebie stripe. He misses on purpose. Randall flying with the rebound. Piala Banchero misses on purpose. Julius Randle able to truck his way for the rebound, and he will have a chance to pretty much put the Magic to sleep and end this game. New York up 198 with 2.3 seconds to go. Great court awareness by Julius Randle, right, Lou? Great awareness right there.
He came in swooping in, and that was smart because now the Magic, the clock is in their friend, and what you got to do, basically get to the line, knock these free throws down, ice the game. This game is over because the Magic have no timeouts left and they can't advance the ball. So if you're Randall, knock them both. Don't even try to do this nonsense where you make one, miss one. Because even with 2.3, I've seen crazy stuff happen in the NBA. Knocks down the first, Knicks up 101-98. This will be a huge win for the Knicks on the road, going up against a team that's coming in playing 18 and 12 basketball their last 30 games.
No, 17 and 12. 17 and 12. You were right the first time.
Oh, because
best record in the Eastern Conference during that span. Yeah.
You know what? Because it showed 23, but I guess it was an error, so they changed it back to 22 and 32 because I saw 23. Because originally I went 17 and 12. Randall ices the game. This game is over. Knicks are going to win. They just inbound the ball.
Man, New York survived by the
he went right to quickly, and it's on his ball game.
Thank you. Thank you. And New York is now 16 and 14 in the clutch. New York doesn't believe in the Magic. The Knicks survive 102-98. They go on a 10-5 sprint to the finish to win. Adulation and hugs and kisses in Orlando. The Knicks show a lot of mental toughness, and the Knickerbockers will tack in the 30th win of the season. And they're now 16-11 away from MSG, and they're tied for 6th in the East. What a barn burner in Orlando. Whew.
Wow, and the game finished right before 9:30 because usually these games, ladies and gentlemen, are supposed to be around 2.5 hours, but we finished in a manageable 2 hours and 28 plus minutes right now as the stream is going on. So the Knicks get a huge win, 102-98 on the road in the Amway Center. Knicks are now 30 and 26 on the season. Magic now moves to 22 and 33. And I hate to say this, but same as LeBron's finals record. I'm sorry I had to say it, unfortunately, but it is. All right. But anyway, because LeBron is 22 and 33 in 55 finals games. But anyway, points tonight, Markelle Fultz had 21 points. Fritz Wagner had 18. Paolo Banchero had 16 for the Magic. Let me continue going down the line. Full box score.
Yeah, we shut him down. We shut down Pialabon in the fourth quarter. And don't forget that missed layup did play a factor. Remember, New York was up 94-93. That missed layup did play a factor. We put Orlando up by 1.
Remember, Wendell Carter had 11 points in the first half, only finished with 2 points in the second half, finished with 13 points. So he kind of put a disappearing back. Mo Wagner off the bench started off hot, but finished 4 of 11. So struggled down the stretch, finished with 13 points off the bench. Cole Anthony, I don't understand why the coach didn't put him in the game for down the stretch. He finished with 9 points, 3 out of 7 from the field. Let's look at our New York Knickerbockers. Jalen Brunson led all scorers with 25.
Thank God for Brunson. Whew.
And Randall put in 22 points and 14 rebounds with 6 assists. He did have 4 turnovers, but that's expected just because of his poor ball handling. That's why I don't like the fact when he has the ball in his hands, he tends to dribble a little too much and lose his balance and then lose the basketball. But anyway, so yeah, Jalen Brunson, our most efficient Knick, led all scorers. Look at that, 9 of 13 from the field, hit 3 threes, hit some clutch free throws down the stretch to pretty much keep us in the lead and pretty much ice that game. And we win by 4. So congratulations to Knicks Nation, us Knickerbockers.
Yes.
We get it done.
Yes. And also, I know Barrett was 5 of 16, but RJ Barrett came alive when it mattered. He started, 1 for 10, and he hit some big-time threes and floaters. He came alive when it mattered the most, RJ Barrett, and made some good defensive plays.
He made 4 of his last 6 shots after starting 1 for 10. And like you said, his defense was much better in the second half, and the Knicks were able to win the fourth quarter. They won 30. Look at that. Magic allowed 36 fourth quarter points. Jay was saying it at the start of the fourth quarter. Around the 6-minute mark, the Magic will let you back in the game. And not only did they let the Knicks back in the game, the Knicks took the lead and took control. Magic tried to take the lead, but the Knicks kept the pressure on. Every time the Magic scored, the Knicks would come back down the floor and they would score right back. And the Magic couldn't get stops. And unfortunately, in a game that they led by as many as 12 points, the Magic come away with an L and are now 11 games under 500 at 22 and 33. Knicks with a big win. Keep pacing that Eastern Conference. They're 30 and 26.
Yeah, right now tied for 6 in the Eastern, tied for 6. So if the season ended right now, they wouldn't even need a play-in. So that's big there.
All right, out-of-town scores. Phoenix up 96-89 over Brooklyn, 7:42 remaining here in the fourth quarter of that game. New Orleans up 96-88 against Atlanta, 8:31 remaining in the fourth in that game. Memphis up 54-50 over the Bulls, 9:45 remaining in the third quarter. Denver up by 12 on Minnesota early first quarter, 27-15. And we still have our TNT doubleheader with OKC against the Lakers. Does LeBron James break the scoring record tonight? Yes or no?
No. He'll break it against Milwaukee. No.
It's funny because some people feel that because the Thunder are purposely, they're really tanking, and that's what they're supposed to be doing, even though right now they're qualifying for they're right now 12th in the West. Excuse me. People are like, well, is he going to do it against a bottom-feeding Oklahoma City team? Well, they're not that bottom-feeding because they're only 3 games under 500. When many people thought that this team was literally it was a rebuilding year.
Right.
And on top of that, I just said that the narrative to me has everything set for Milwaukee, considering that the trade deadline is on Thursday too. So I just feel like that it's, to me, going to be Thursday. It's almost kind of like basically saying, like, if he breaks it tonight, then the focus is going to be on the trade deadline. So I feel like LeBron wants to make the focus on the trade deadline in case if the Lakers don't get anything. That let's talk about that scoring record, but we're not going to talk about the lack of moves that the Lakers were not able to do at the trade deadline. That's how I see things playing now. And again, this is just what I see from the way Bron moves and how he operates. It's got nothing to do with me hating. It's just from what I've seen over the years.
Right.
That's all that is, ladies and gentlemen. That's all that is.
And what killed, and another thing too, what helped the Knicks was the Knicks gave up a lot of rebounds to start the offensive glass in the first few minutes of the fourth. But then down the stretch, their rebounding was on point down the stretch, and I love their cut. I love their backdoor cut to the rim, and that's why they survived this game.
Yeah, I also like the fact that Jalen Brunson started to take over in the fourth, and I like the way that he was penetrating. And then
Mhm.
when he was getting his one-on-one matchups, he was drawing the defense, getting guys open shots. That big pass that he was able to make on the Magic defense, being up by 194-93,
For Jericho Sims, yeah.
to Jericho Sims with that dunk to give us a 3-point lead, and that's kind of really where we stood at. Like we didn't let the Magic get any closer. And
Mhm.
then the funny thing is, we played the free throw game with them,
Right,
and we didn't let them try to get a good shot off. We fouled them immediately, and unfortunately, the Magic weren't able to take advantage and get
right.
the stops that they needed. So we were able to hit some timely free throws there right down the stretch, and we made the clock go against them. So that was actually really smart coaching on the part of the Knicks.
That is true. That is true, and I love that. And that is true. Tibbs really, even though Tibbs infuriates us sometimes, he coached a good game today, man. He coached a good game though. His time management was on point. He made the proper rotations. I mean, like you said, the fouling game worked in our favor. Tibbs did a great job coaching this game tonight.
Yeah, I have to give Tibbs props for this one.
Right, because this would have been a horrible loss, but this is big. Because now we got New York has to go to Philly on Friday, a back to back with Utah on Saturday. Then they got Brooklyn coming up, and then they got go to Atlanta. So yeah,
Yeah. Guys, continue to hit the like and hit that subscribe. Oh, shout out to this is a new person I haven't seen before. It says big task at hand. Says this was a good warm up for the Knicks. This was a good win for the Knicks. This is something that they definitely needed, and keeps us in pace for that Eastern Conference. You don't want to fall down too much, especially with the second half coming up.
mm-hmm.
The stretch run is always the most dangerous time of the year, which is always that March, because to me March is the most dreaded month of the NBA season, because usually
Tell me
that's where
about
you start to make your run towards the playoffs. By the time you get to you know going to
right,
April.
right. It was because March is usually when teams usually find their stride, and you try and figure out that jigsaw puzzle. Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean, man. March is tough. March is tough, and March
Uh,
is very very tough. Yeah, and also by the way, Devin Booker's back, so Suns up by 5 on the net. So yeah,
Wait a minute, I was trying to click on something. Let me click on. There we go. All right, let's look at the Knicks before the All-Star break, and let's look at their schedule, ladies and gentlemen. So they get the win tonight over the Orlando Magic, 102-98. So their next couple of opponents, their last game is on Wednesday before the All-Star break. They got Philly on Friday, so they got 2 days off. Then they
mm-hmm.
got Utah on Saturday in a back-to-back. So both games will be they're at Philly, and then they're at the Garden against Utah on Saturday. They
Mm-hmm.
play the Brooklyn Nets at the Garden on Monday, and then
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday they finish in Atlanta before the All-Star break. And
Yeah,
then, oh wow, but check this out. Schedule a little tough though to start when they come back from the break. Friday, they have the Wizards,
whew.
who have been playing better. They got the Pelicans. That's not going to be easy.
Mm-hmm.
They got the best team in the NBA, the Boston Celtics, on Monday at the Garden. Then they play Brooklyn. Then they have Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Then they play Boston again in Boston in Beantown. And quite honestly, they got a 6-game West Coast trip. No, not a 6-game West Coast trip. But the next 6 games after the Hornets are against Western Conference teams:
Mm-hmm.
Sacramento, Clippers, Lakers, Blazers, Nuggets, Timberwolves. That's not going to be
Ooh,
easy. That's a tough schedule, and that's all in March.
right.
And then it gets a little softer for them because they got Orlando and Miami. Well, no, I can't say Orlando and Houston, but no, then they got Miami again, and they finished the month of March against Cleveland.
Sheesh.
So this is a bit of a tough stretch for the Knicks because, yeah, that schedule is going to be brutal for them after the break.
That's true. That's why they needed to win a game like this because, like you said, second half of the season, teams know who they are. Teams know how to find their grit, and teams know what they need to do to improve. That is a gauntlet of a schedule, Lou. That's a gauntlet. Whew.
Oh, yeah.
Man, huge win. Huge win right there. So I want to ask. I know it's early, but do you think the Knicks make a move in the deadline or no?
The only move that I've seen the Knicks try to get is I know they were interested in Fred VanVleet. I don't know if they get that deal done. I doubt that. And then also they want OG Anunoby from the Raptors. And I just don't know how OG moves the needle for them. I mean, he is a good defender. Offensively, he's challenged. I mean, good three-point shooter, but you're not expecting him to score big. You're not expecting him to score baskets because he's not that kind of a player that explodes offensively. So good defender for the wings because he can defend multiple positions. I would say from the point guard to the small forward. So he can defend three positions, but I don't think he moves the needle for you. So I don't know what I think of that trade. Because to be honest, like I said, the Knicks' biggest problem, we need a superstar. We don't have one. That's
Agreed.
it doesn't matter what little moves we do here or there. We don't have a superstar. We need a superstar. Like
Agreed. I know. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. New York, they need a superstar, and I think what the Knicks need if they want to reach the upper echelon in the Eastern Conference, one, they need a two guard off the bench, and two, I think this team they need a two guard off the bench and maybe a backup three. What do you think? A backup small forward.
backup small forward.
And a two guard and a backup too. They don't have one.
So basically their wing positions, because they really need to fill their wing positions. I think our point guard situation it's not the best, but it's solid.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean I like Grimes. I like Derrick Rose in terms of the veteran leadership he brings. I feel like we need I feel like though playmaking wise, I feel like we could use a playmaker off the bench. As a point guard, I know Jalen Brunson does kind of play the point, but he's more of a scorer than he is a playmaker. And I feel like we need somebody that can put us in the right positions, though. Somebody who could really make plays. And I think it'll take the pressure off for not always have to go one-on-one. So I think that's a good. Earl says, whatever happened to OJ Mayo? He was in the league for a couple of years. I mean,
just getting thin air after this. Oof.
Yeah, he was really never the same, especially for the being is that for those of you who don't remember, OJ Mayo was talking a lot of trash of how he was the best high school player like in the country. And this was he was saying all this while Michael Jordan had his camp. And he went one-on-one against MJ. And after that, he let's just say that he really wasn't the same after that one-on-one matchup. Michael kind of said a couple of things to him, and then he had a decent NBA career, but he just kind of disappeared and just fell off. I don't know if it was due to a career-ending injury. I don't think so. I just felt like he just went quietly off into the sunset.
Tell me about it.
And he was a high draft pick. I think he was the number 3 pick. OJ Mayo was a top draft pick. I think he went 3rd in his draft. This
right
before 2010, I think. I believe before 2010. It either had to maybe be the 08 or the 09 draft, one of those two. So all I know is OJ Mayo was good, but he just disappeared.
Yeah, tell me about it. So what's your gut feeling with the Knicks and the Magic? Where do you think both teams end up in your opinion after the season when all the smoke clears?
The Knicks, to me, are going to be a play-in team. Orlando is going to be fighting for a play-in spot. They might sneak in. I don't know for sure, but they might. It's either they might sneak in or they will tank and fail to make the playoffs and see their luck in the draft. That's how I see it. I think the Knicks will be a play-in team because I just don't know if they're going to be able to string a good amount of wins with that tough schedule coming up after the All-Star break. That's
true.
That's tough.
That is true.
That is real tough.
Right. If New York makes the play-in, do you think New York wins it and makes the playoffs or no?
Depends on who they're playing. If they're playing a team like the Cavaliers, I give them a shot only because I don't trust Cleveland in close games, especially because Donovan Mitchell is known to turn the ball over in close games a lot, even though he has the ability to score. The Cavaliers as a team, they turn the ball over way too much, come up with a lot of empty possessions. So they haven't mastered that part of the game yet. in close games is to take care of the ball. But other teams, like if it's Milwaukee, that's clearly a loss, and I don't see them being obviously a play-in team. They're going to be in the top 4. But if you
No.
look at teams like, Indiana and
Atlanta, Chicago, Orlando, and Toronto, even Washington too. Don't sleep on them.
I don't think the Knicks will beat Toronto. If they face the Raptors, I got the Raptors beating them. But even with that, I have to see what happens in the trade deadline, because to me, that's really going to see if the Knicks are going to have an opportunity against some of these teams, depending on where these players move to.
Agreed.
How do you see that? How do you see that off? Do you think the Magic make it? Are they missing the playoffs? Are they a playing team? Do the Knicks move up in the standings, do you think, or are they going to be a playing team?
I think New York is going to stay in the play-in, and I'll be honest with you, man. I think they lose the play-in. I don't think they make the playoffs, because I have a weird feeling that they're going to play like in Atlanta, and anything could happen in one game. Remember, the Knicks are a better road team than home team, and consider this, okay? The Hawks own the Knicks because this season because of the transition and quickness and the 3-point shooting. Consider that. And if they play the Wizards, right? I know Washington's not been super duper. They lost the last. By the way, Lou, the Wizards lost the last 3 games after having a 6-game winning streak, so they're starting to come down to earth a little bit. But here's the thing, right? If it's a 1-game thing, you never know what can happen. Kuzma can hit a big shot. Kristaps Porzingis got a big game. Bradley Beal. It could be Gafford. Who knows? Anyone can go off that night. If they play the Raptors, and assuming Toronto doesn't do much, they kill us with their length and their speed. And remember, Jalen Brunson struggles with Toronto sometimes. So, and Randall and RJ. The only win that I can see out of this is probably Indiana, if New York were to play Indiana, because of experience. But other than that, I don't think New York beats Atlanta. I don't think they beat Toronto. I don't think they beat Washington. Chicago, I think New York skips by Chicago, but the Bulls do have a chance.
Okay. All right, we're going to close out the stream in just a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, definitely appreciate you guys. G-Money, run the scores one more time before we close out. Shout out to Dennis, by the way, who says extend the stream. Appreciate that.
All righty, let's see. The Phoenix Suns are trying to ride off in the sunset. They're up by 9, 109-100 at Brooklyn, looking for the season sweep on Brooklyn for the 2nd straight year. You have the New Orleans Pelicans looking to sky and fly against the Atlanta Hawks at 111-98. You have the Chicago Bulls just shocking the Memphis Grizzlies, stampeding past the Grizz 70-64, 2:21 to go in the 3rd. You have the Denver Nuggets absolutely curb stomping the Minnesota Timberwolves 51-24, 10:26 to go in the 2nd. And you have OKC look to rain a thunderstorm and put a damper on LeBron's Kareem record chase in Staples Center against the Lakers, 10 p.m. on TNT.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, shout out to Knicks Nation and Magic Nation watching this game tonight who were able to come through with Notorious G-Money Hoops. G-Money, can you let them know where they can find you right before we close out the show?
Right. One, you can find me on 2 channels. You can see me at the Last Laugh podcast. The Last Laugh podcast with me, Biggie, Z, and Prince. The Last Laugh podcast. And 2, you can see me at the BX Sports Jedi Network when I do my G Money Hoop show, giving you the ins and outs and the menu of the NBA slate. So you can see me at the Last Laugh podcast with me, the Fantastic Four, me, Big, Prince, and Z. And also you can see me at my G Money Hoop show at the BX Sports Jedi Network.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, upcoming national TV schedule here on the channel, as the NBA likes to say it. Tomorrow, we got the Dallas Mavericks against the Los Angeles Clippers. Kyrie's first game as a Maverick tomorrow at 10 p.m. in Clipperland, Crypto.com Arena. And then Thursday, we got the Bucks against the Los Angeles Lakers, again in Crypto.com Arena. So the Clippers and Lakers sharing the venue back-to-back nights at Crypto.com Arena. That game is scheduled to be at 10 o'clock. And ladies and gentlemen, I will be creating the thumbnail for Super Bowl Sunday because I will be doing the game. Chiefs and Eagles. So we got Go Birds against Go Kansas City Chiefs, and let's get it. So from the Louis Sports Network, to G Money. This has been another one. Bless up, live, laugh, love. We chat together, we stream together, family for life. Continue to hit the like, continue to share the stream. Hit those likes on the replay, and definitely hit that subscribe button right now for the Louis Sports Network. I am saying goodbye. See you guys tomorrow, and you already know the drill. I am gone. Have a wonderful night. Keep it up, man. Enjoy the Laker game tonight, and we'll find out if LeBron breaks the record tonight against OKC. If not OKC, it's going to be Milwaukee. Take care. And like I said, you already know the drill. I am gone.
So many times, and I just wish they would just stop. You know what I mean? Just stop. I mean, he was, Michael Jordan. I'm Kobe Bryant. I mean, we're two different players, and I wish people would just let it go. It really annoys me because, you can't compare